That was another twofer. I did start the stream 10 minutes early just to play two different types of music. The first song you heard is a saxophone cover of Boken Desho Desho, the opening to the first season of the Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya. Fucking wonderful song. Love the shit out of it. I like it. I like it more than the Haruhi Yukai thing, which I do think it's overrated. This is coming from somebody who actually liked Haruhi in the past.
I think the best song in Haruhi is God Knows.
God Knows is also a great song. And the second song, well, okay, the guy who did the sax cover, Muta 1206. Now the second song is from a YouTube channel called Platina Jazz, who seems to be doing jazz covers of anime songs seen from their YouTube playlist. And the song I picked from there is Moteki Seifuku, the opening to Lucky Star. I don't know if anyone actually caught that.
I did.
But yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it. I fucking loved the anime when it was airing at the time. I thought it was
great.
It was a strange anomaly because it was a slice of life anime that had like less than nothing most of the time, but I couldn't keep my eyes off the screen. I thought the show was
anime Seinfeld.
Yeah. Though I have a person on the Discord chat who disagrees with that statement intensely. I don't know why.
Anime the reputation Seinfeld got, because I do know that Seinfeld isn't really about nothing, and Lucky Star's definitely about nothing.
Well, I know Seinfeld is about how a comedian gets his jokes.
That's fine. Yes.
But Lucky Star is just girls who just go through high school. It literally feels like they just went through their day-to-day lives and say, "Why don't we?"
Yeah.
Dude, it's like that scene from Seinfeld. That I did in acting class one day. I said, I want to take like I was supposed to pick up a TV script from a show I don't watch a whole lot, and even though my dad was into Seinfeld and Seinfeld was big in the 90s, I didn't really watch it that much because I was still a stupid kid who liked cartoons all the time. But I picked up a script, and it's like Jerry and George like having a conversation, I don't know, about condiments or something about their food, and then George is like, "Why don't we make a show like this?" What do you mean? Like what we're doing just now? Have this conversation? Yeah. And that's basically what Lucky Star was.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite side plots that went on for a while in Seinfeld, was Jerry trying to pitch his show that was Seinfeld in universe and no network wanted it.
What's the show about? It's about nothing. Well, why do you watch it? You watch it because it's on.
Yep. So, with what JoJo said, I think that Seinfeld has aged very well, but the plots have aged like milk.
Boy, does technology fucking evolve fast in the past 30 years.
Half the episodes can't exist because if Jerry had a cell phone, they would be solved instantly.
You can't make planes, trains, and automobiles nowadays because all fucking
You're right.
Martin, like, for example, that infamous rental car scene.
That scene's awesome!
Yeah, the best scene in the whole film.
He would have just Ubered if it was made today.
Either would have Ubered, or if they didn't have the rental, he could have just pulled out his phone and call him and say, I got this ticket, but there's no car in the parking lot. And they'll be like, oh, we'll get you a car. And we wouldn't have him having a tantrum. He wouldn't throw his ticket away. He wouldn't get to the office lady, and he would swear for 17 times in less than a minute.
Although if he did that scene now, he would be talking to a recording, and that's what would make him upset.
I want a fucking car right fucking now. Oh man, I love what Senator Ifrit says. Better than a 888 opinion on the game industry. It's Weeb and Talkin.
That's pretty good.
That's an insight on our Discord group. But at the same time, you can also replace it and say better than a Razor Fist opinion on the game industry because apparently his Final Fantasy VII remake came out and surprise, surprise, terrible. Fucking country.
No, he hates it.
Somebody told me that motherfucker likes Vince Russo.
What? You know what? I was just watching an OSW reviews where the TNA audience started chanting "Fire Russo! Fire Russo!" And I guess that one of the heads said, "If they start chanting that again, I'm gonna fire somebody." And it's like apparently it wasn't Russo.
All right. Anyways, I did not see Beastars. I don't have any interest in seeing it, even though everyone says, "Oh, it's a great show."
It's good. It was very bingeable. Like, I was watching it and I was having a really good time. But it's one of those shows that I think is just really good but easily digestible. Like, I don't think it's life-changing or anything like that, but I thought it was just, like, a fun watch. Kind of the Netflix problem, where a show comes out on Netflix and everybody watches, like, oh my god, you gotta watch the show. Then, like, a year later, nobody remembers it.
Oh, well, what are my thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake? I guess you'll have to find out in the next episode of Absolute Counter, which I recorded a week ago. I just never got around to editing it. I'm pretty sure Mag is wondering how come I haven't uploaded the episode. TLDR, laziness.
Yep, that'll do it.
Laziness, and boy, I need to cut back on a lot of things to eat now. That being said... the pizza.
Jojo, what main character? You mean the main character in Beastars? Because I like him a lot. He's a fun character.
The pizza restaurant that lives near me that has the shrimp as a topping for like $2 extra, but fucking worth it. They allow dine-in now at their restaurants, and it's a very small restaurant, so and it wasn't that heavily populated, so I actually felt comfortable eating there. But it's nice that dine-in was allowed in there. But my favorite bars are still closed. Boo.
And no, so Plague of Gripes did a long thing about Beastars, which is the that thing very common in women-written romance where the love interest is very dangerous and he has to hold back his primal urges to kill the main girl. And he's just going like, why do they find that so hot? And it was just this long set of confusion when he was arguing with Paige about it. So I recommend watching the video where he draws Haru from Beastars, because they have a long back and forth about that. Then both of them find it hot, but neither knows why.
More nuanced opinions on anime than a Razor Fist tirade. It's Weeb and Talking. Oh man, we need some of these titles, man.
Oh yeah, Dorohedoro seems very good. I'm gonna probably watch that once I finish High Score Girl, because I just got more into that and watched like 5 episodes last night.
By the way, does the Cardcaptor Sakura Netflix, does it actually come with the Philippine, was it Philippine? Yeah, it's probably the Philippine English dub, which my Blu-ray has for some reason.
What was that dub that changed all their names around and everyone sounded just really?
It was like just Cardcaptors. It was just Cardcaptors.
Oh, just the Cardcaptors one. Who was that done by? Was that done by
Nelvana? And it was
Nelvana.
And they outsourced the recordings to Ocean Group. The same.
Okay, I knew it had something to do with Ocean.
Yeah. Oh man, I do need to watch. I actually haven't watched any anime this fucking week. The only thing that I watched that was the closest thing to anime is I found out about this YouTube channel called Otaku Versus.
Yeah, you were sending me those videos.
And apparently they have their own little mini-series called Oda-chan, the anime. It's about this asshole, twin-tailed, purple-haired bitch who
spent all her anime budget snorting coke.
It's snorting coke, yeah. It's pretty it's pretty weird, edgy shit, but it's entertaining to watch. And oftentimes it feels like an Eric Andre episode.
Jojo, you can't buy too much into dreams like that. Dreams are just your unconscious, like, unpacking itself.
Most of the fat food places, I like how Ifrit said like that. I bet he meant to say fast food. But
no, fast food's more accurate.
most of the fat food places I like to go to are still closed. All the ones I have are drive-through only.
Yeah.
That includes, man, do I want to go to Dairy Queen tomorrow?
Is it also lined up out the door like mine are?
Not all the time.
The one near where my parents live. So the one in my town closed down for a while, and then the one near where my parents live was open the whole time. It was lined up like down like 5 blocks. It was ridiculous.
It's really poorly timed for them to release a fucking s'more flavored Blizzard.
Oh god, that sounds so good.
It is. Oh, it's so good.
Well, shit, I know what I'm getting tomorrow.
Okay, I might change my mind. Get Dairy Queen for dinner if they still wait. Let me go along to see if I can find out when it's a limited item, of course. They did the same thing for the Alaskan fish sandwiches. I hate that too because that sandwich was really good. Let's see. S'more Blizzard 2020. Let's see how long.
Let's see the locations. Let's see how bad it's gotten. Is it like going to be like the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Well, I don't. If it was that bad, I wouldn't have gotten one last week because I'm never the first person to get these kind of limited items. Shit.
Funny thing was, I just had a craving for Popeyes randomly, and I got the chicken sandwich before I knew it was like some huge deal. And I got it pretty fine because it was apparently before word spread. And yeah, it's pretty good. Basically, I took a bite and said, "You can taste the lack of homophobia."
Round 20, the returning cotton candy s'mores Blizzard. They just say for unlimited time. This might last until I don't know. Let's just say when school reopens, which is fall.
Let's redefine limited time as until the world ends, because that's going to definitely be a limited time.
Ouch, bro. Very ouch. We all are on limited time.
Yep.
Anyways, you know why I picked those two songs specifically?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they're made from the same studio.
Yep. Kyoto Animations.
What happened to Kyoto Animation last year, man?
Here's the weird thing, is that I remember, it was burned down. I remember there was a suspect, and then I heard recently that they caught the guy, and that kind of threw me for a loop, because I'm like, wait, did they catch him last year?
I think he was hospitalized.
Oh, that might make sense.
And then he recovered.
Lugosi is... okay, Lugosi in Beastars is not the villain, JoJo. He's not a murderer. Okay, sorry, continue.
He recovered, and now he wish he didn't. Because I'm pretty sure they're pressing charges on him. I gotta find the news article.
Fucking good.
Yeah.
I do not have any remorse for killers, especially ones that kill for a terrible, terrible reason.
And what reason would that be?
His reason, if I remember correctly, was that he was a bit deranged. He played the I believe like the balto saxophone or something, and there's a character in Hibiki Euphonium who calls her saxophone like balto sax as a nickname, and apparently that was his nickname in the subway, and he believed that KyoAni owed him reparations because they were stealing his image, and that was the thing I heard when Kyoto Animations first burned down, that's why he did it. But that information might be outdated.
Yeah. Well,
Bari sax, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I heard he was part of I heard he was like he came from like fucked up times because he was one of the otakus that was abandoned during the 90s economic crash. But that's what my friend tells me. His arrest was also postponed because of the pandemic.
That makes sense.
And we don't want him dying from a bad coof. Not before he gets his just desserts.
So, I do know the Japanese justice system's kind of fucked. That, like, if you're tried, you're going to be convicted, like, 99% of the time. So it's kind of weird that it takes this long.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird. Maybe he was comatose
That's very,
Because it was
very
like
real
a
possibility.
suicide attempt too, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Like
Possibly.
I think he had like either like a crate or wheelbarrow full of fucking gasoline, like try to kill himself while burning down the building.
Sheesh.
Mm.
For nothing. That's what pisses me off the most.
Dude, let me tell you something royally fucked up in regards to that incident last year.
Yeah.
I went to MechaCon last year, but then one of my friends couldn't make it because he had some personal things he had to deal with. I don't know if I don't know if I'm allowed to indulge on any of that. I don't know how much of his personal life he wants to share, but it was just really poor timing, and it really fucked him up, and he couldn't make it with me and my other buddy Art. So I'm at the convention hotel in the afternoon, trying to have a good time without him, even though it kind of sucked without him because he kind of
Yeah.
he kind of knew what to do to have a good time, despite the fact our convention was like literally next door to a Dave and Buster's and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I still was enjoying myself nonetheless. I check my phone. We check our private Discord. They found the body of the director of Dragon Maids, which was something I was worrying about all fucking for the past.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was that news came late. Like they were trying to confirm it.
That was pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But in Windsor's case, who actually did watch the show, by the way, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I've missed out on, and I think it's the same director of Lucky Star as well. I think I need to fact check that.
I don't think so, but I'll have to double check.
I know he probably directed something that I actually did watch and enjoyed.
Yeah, let me check this out.
But he was probably busy mourning, crying his ass off, and then he gets this news, and it just piles on. And I'm like, damn.
Okay, he directed a few episodes of Lucky Star, I believe. Not all of them.
I'm pretty sure those are probably the best episodes too.
Maybe. It said episode 5, and I'm checking the rest. Amagi Brilliant Park for episodes 3 and 7. Hyoka. Lucky Star, episode 5 on... Yep. Okay, so it was the good episodes because Lucky Star changed the direction on episode 5 because people weren't responding well to the first 5 episodes. Or the first 4 episodes.
Now, here's my question. How and why? Because I've watched Lucky Star again around 2009, 2010 with my buddy Inotech. And he and I were watching it, we were enjoying it. But he came up with the question, why did they fire that original director? The pacing is still the same. It's still a show about nothing. Like, what's...
I'm thinking it was probably just an adaptation issue. I don't know, was Lucky Star based on a manga originally, or was it an anime original?
I want to say it's a 4-koma, but I need to double check on that.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because it is very hard to adapt a 4-koma into a show.
Yeah.
And I think that Azumanga Daioh is the best example of how you do that, but apparently the writer of Azumanga Daioh does not think so.
I don't get it. I've read Azumanga Daioh. I've watched Azumanga Daioh. It's almost
same feeling.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he can't stand it, and that's why Yotsuba never got adapted.
What is it? Why does he hate it?
I don't know. Some people are crazy. Oh god, have you ever watched Shirobako?
God, I tried to get back into watching that show.
Okay.
I'm like 7 or 8 episodes in.
There's a really good storyline later on about the author of the manga being furious that it's going like, no, you're going to adapt what I have written, and that's all. You're not going to make up an ending. You're not going to and you're not going to have an ending that is like terrible or something like that. And he was currently at a point where he took a hiatus, and it was rated at a point where it would just be a complete non-ending, and it would be sort of like Bleach, like our adventure continues in the manga. Yeah, because apparently his previous work was about a stock car driver, and then the studio said, nope, needs more sex appeal. Nope, she needs to go to space. No, she needs to fight aliens. Fuck you.
Okay. I understand that mangaka not wanting an anime, not wanting them to come up with their own bullshit towards the end, because that happens a lot, and it's always never, and it most of the time it's never favorably,
Controversial opinion. I hate the Blue Exorcist manga, and I think the anime had a way better ending.
I can't tell you because I never watched a single episode of Blue Exorcist.
It was fun, but I watched it when I was big into shonen, and I'd probably hate it if I watched it now.
Okay.
I cosplayed one of the characters. Oh boy, that might be another photo you have for the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up some shit. The only time, the one of few instances where I'm like, you know what, I think I like the anime more than the manga was Welcome to the NHK. And the other
I can imagine that.
And the other example is Angelic Layer, because they actually gave the character's mother a really interesting subplot. Because in the manga, she never visits her daughter, and her reason is because she's like shy around cute things or some dumb shit like that. It was really retarded. In the anime, though, they changed it to where she had a crippling neurological disorder. She was slowly getting paralyzed. She was already paralyzed from the waist down at that point, and she didn't think she would be a good enough mother. So
that's a way better reason.
Yeah, so she like left to depart to be part of some experiments that could help her, which also leads into the creation of the Angelic Layer sport in itself.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The scientist was like creating some sort of like device that would help her like connect to her brain and help her move or whatever, but there wasn't enough funding for a project that big, and he's like, well, what if we make it smaller? And then he created Angelic Layer where people can fight, people can create little toys, and then they fight each other in the field, and he turned into a big ass sport in Tokyo, and that gathered in the bucks. And oh, by the way, the mother, even though it's really not a big reveal, of course the mother is like the top tier champion. So
of course.
Yeah, but I really like that a lot, man. Angelic Layer was pretty awesome. It was basically the Gundam Build Fighters minus the Gundam back in the day. And, you know, it's Clamp. Clamp's good.
Yeah. Oh, that's an old-ass image. One moment. I wish it was a full-body one. I know there's a good... trying to find it now.
Then, of course, I want to see fight scenes with animation to them. And
yeah,
they were actually really well done, even though it's just a couple of toys. One of them one of them named after a character from Magic Knight Rayearth. It's too quiet here.
Yep. It's quiet. Too quiet.
It's the only good... It's one of the few good news stories I can fucking hear. Well... bittersweet for the most part, but hey, in these troubling times, you take what you can.
Yeah, I hate to say in these troubling times, but it's pretty damn apt right now.
In these brutal times.
Yeah.
In these Mad Max times. Walk away from the jalapeno cheddar sauce.
Oh, that was from 8 years ago. There we go. I just sent the the image of the cosplayer I had from Blue Exorcist.
Oh, you sent it on Facebook. Yeah, I closed that tab because I didn't want the notifications to go off while we listen to good jazzy music. Now it's a good time to start asking questions, people, because yeah,
it probably is. Actually, there is something I kind of want to talk about. Yeah, generally, I haven't really been watching much anime. I've been playing a lot of games lately. I played a little more Nocturne. I got way further. And also, I started playing Shantae yesterday.
I forgot. Who's this character supposed to be?
Shantae?
No. What you're cosplaying?
Mephisto from Blue Exorcist.
Oh my god, you look terrible.
That costume I made completely by hand, so yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll add some points in since it's all 100% custom made.
Yeah, that's why the hat is so floppy.
Yeah, I gotta stay positive, but boy, is it hard. Especially, I don't even want to talk about what's been going on this week.
I was the thing I got used to saying is this too shall pass. And then over time I'm like, will it though?
I was hoping. Anyways.
I don't think it's going to pass. Like, a lot of people say it will pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it's going to pass. I feel like this is an endless kidney stone right now.
Okay. See,
non-stop infinite kidney stones.
Azumanga Daioh, I think I found out about it at a little anime mini convention, and then I didn't know what the title of the anime was. I just remember watching the first episode. I was like, oh, this was pretty fun and charming. And I want to say it was about a year later, I was hanging out with my ginger friend, and he had LimeWire on his computer, so it can't be traced back to me. And we just downloaded episodes of fan subs of Azumanga Daioh. But at the same time, I did pick up the DVDs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have the DVDs as well.
Yeah, I have the complete collection. I think I have extra copies of volumes 1.
I have the omnibus too.
Yeah, I have all 4 volumes of the manga as well. Okay.
Know your save data.
The only thing I have done this week was just play catch up on Red Dead Redemption 2, which, by the way, I'm starting to see the sanity slippage of one Dutch Vanderlyn.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's worse for
and Lazy Samurai, that was my exposure to Azumanga Daioh as well. I had a friend in middle school who was a fan of it, and he showed me like a single episode, and I just forgot about it until forever. And then later on, he found the like later on, I found AMV Hell, and I'm like, oh, what's this show with the blip 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 blip? And it's like, oh, that's Azumanga Daioh.
Well, I got into that show earlier than everyone else. That's weird because the anime came out in 2002, and I didn't see it till like 2004.
I don't know when he was watching. I'm trying to do the math right now. Yeah, he would have watched it around like 2002 or so, like when it first would have come out.
So,
that's the episode.
Remember that high school project I told you about how I did a presentation on anime?
Yeah.
I opened with like the first 5 minutes of Azumanga Daioh, basically Yukari trying to ride her bicycle to school. And
I love that scene so much.
Then she just fucking jacks it from another late student. I'm like, that's so great.
I love Yukari.
I thought that would be the nicest thing. It's something I like. Also, in other Azumanga Daioh projects, when I was in directing class in college, they told us, I want you to direct a scene, but you have to pick a song appropriate for the scene. And I actually had the Azumanga Daioh soundtrack on CD.
Okay.
Picked it up from FYE.
That's awesome.
And the scene I had was 2 guys playing poker. One dude seems confident. He keeps raising. The other person doesn't look confident. He just kind of raises too because he doesn't know what he's doing. The other guy raises more. The other guy stupidly raises more. The confident guy goes all in. The other guy goes in. Dude shows his hands. The other guy shows his hand. He had the better hand. The other dude gets pissed off and storms off. This is all accompanied to that one Azumanga song that goes doot 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 doot. And as he was gathering his winnings, I had a good pop from it.
You know what? Actually, I'm thinking even before AMV Hell, I think my first exposure to Azumanga Daioh might have been You're the Man Now, Dog.
Huh.
Yeah, which they had several memes of Osaka kicking her shoe and then it lands on the truck.
I love that scene.
But it would, they had a bunch of edits. Like it would land on it would land and then a nuke would go off. It would land on a Doc Lewis riding his bike and then he'd take off. Yeah, from Punch Out.
All right. Let's see. It's funny. We call this KyoAni animation, but we're talking about Azumanga Daioh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tom! Your state's going through phase 3. I think our state delayed phase 2.
Yeah. I do know that everything's been they've scaled back regulations in my state, and like a lot of places are opening that you can eat outside and like drive-throughs, obviously. So actually, tomorrow I'm taking my dad to a bar that has picnic seating.
That's good. That's wholesome.
Yeah, I did that with Al last weekend.
Damn it, Lego Maniac! Don't fucking lie to him if he has he's late. Jesus Christ!
I saw that.
Our streams usually go from 3 to 4 hours now because I just really like sitting here chilling and talking with everybody.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have this kind of normalcy.
But yeah, Azumanga Daioh, like during the end of my high school years, was my shit because I would just watch the anime, then I would read the manga, which had very interesting localization choices, even though it was licensed by ADV. For example, so Ayumu Kasuga, aka Osaka, in the English dub, she had a southern voice.
Yep.
And it's like, thinking about hemorrhoids. You know how hemorrhoids...
I remember that line specifically. And that Bruce Lee line makes no sense in English.
In the manga, she has a Brooklyn accent.
That's awesome!
So, remember that part where Tomo tries to get her to say Nandanye? Or I think that's how you say it. In the dub, it was translated to "Why in the heck?"
Yeah, why in the heck? I remember that.
In the manga,
It's been a while since I read the manga.
In the manga, it's "Forget about it."
Yep, I think I remember that.
Dude,
I think the best localization I've ever heard of a kanji accent was Trigun.
What did they do?
He just straight up listened to how like the kanji drawl sounded, and he tried to appropriate that into English. So it was basically watching an English person talk with English in a kanji dialect. It was kind of weird.
It's fine, Macron. You're actually not as late as you think you are. We're only
yeah. We've only been going for a half hour.
Yeah, and it has been a half hour because I started the stream 10 minutes earlier to just play some music. Right.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, but Wolfwood just speaks in kind of a weird way that's like that I've never heard in a dub before, and it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, dude, AMV hell with ACDC's Big Balls, and they're talking about the Namekian Dragon Balls.
One of the... I don't remember what show this was in, but it was that scene where that girl has, like, bullets in her cleavage and she bounces them out and, like, reloads her gun with it.
Guess what? I know that anime. I have it on DVD. I need to finish watching it. It's Grenadier.
What's it called?
It's called Grenadier.
Grenadier. So, that is one of the weirdest AMV hell jokes ever, because it's just playing this, like, random, like, operatic metal song. But if you know what the song is called, it's called Dark Chest of Wonders.
See, because watching that scene, taking it out of context, you think it's just a standard AMV.
No, but yeah, that's what makes it a hell, is that the joke is haha chest.
Oh, dude. God, I wish I read more of the manga, because the manga, Rusha Nintendo, actually is totally chill with killing people with her gun.
Yeah.
In the anime, she's a gunslinger, yet she's a pacifist. She always somehow finds a way to lethally shoot people, non-lethally shoot people. But I remember reading the manga, she's like, I'm Rusha Nintendo, I'm the one who killed you here today. I'm like, oh, you're totally cool killing people? Because you know you're a gunslinger? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the anime, Rusha Nintendo is basically just Rule 63 Vash the Stampede.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, Aya Hirano did not pass away.
No.
We're still mourning about the Kyoto Animation arsonist attack from a year ago, which, by the way, a couple days ago, they finally pressing charges on the guy because of both the COVID and him recovering from his burns, and boy, does he... You know what? I don't care if it's in poor taste. This motherfucker's gonna fry.
Good. I don't know if he had burns. Sounds like he already did.
I've seen some images. Yeah, he looked like he did.
Good, fuck him.
Oh, man. Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Dude, I don't want to talk about Scoob no more. But
I was just going to say, like, I haven't seen Scoob, but every single, like, out-of-context snippet I've seen of this movie makes me really want to watch Scoob.
It's not a Scooby-Doo movie. It's trying to set up a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe, but
Which
with
I like the idea of that, but I feel like if it's not well planned out, what's the point?
it's not well planned out. It's not the
Oh,
characters you
damn.
recognize. Like for example, Dynamite. You know who Dynamite is, right?
Yeah, I know all about Dynamite.
He's not Dynamite in this movie. He's some weird, smarmy, condescending dude that's voiced by that Korean guy from Community.
Wait, the wait, the
Jong, or whatever his
Ahmed?
name is.
Wait, oh,
You know the guy.
oh, Ken Jeong. That's a weird. Okay, that's a weird. That's really weird casting.
And Captain Caveman.
I did know about that. I guess he's at the very end. There was a 4chan leak. You talking about Japanese Princess Luna? Or are you talking?
Hold on,
wait,
don't distract it. Don't distract me, stream. I gotta fucking vent about this. You know what they
Okay.
did to Captain fucking Caveman?
what?
They have him voiced by Tracy Morgan, and it's just Tracy Morgan being Tracy fucking Morgan. He's not being Captain Caveman.
Every time I try to do a Tracy Morgan impression, it turns into Bill Cosby. So I'm not gonna try.
It's not Captain Caveman, so like you're not
That's
only
dumb.
setting up a universe for these characters, but it's not even the characters in spirit in a lot of ways. So, fuck
You know
off.
what? A better okay from what you say, a better Hanna-Barbera universe is that random Scooby-Doo episode from that Adult Swim ran like a while ago that had just a bunch of weird celebrities that you wouldn't expect on Scooby-Doo, like David Cross, and at the end you get Jabber.
They also had this one episode of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. It was a dream sequence episode, but apparently they went to a mystery solving convention and it had like Speed Buggy and I forgot what the dude's name is, the Groovy Ghost or something like that, or
Oh god,
it had all those rejects. And
that's awesome.
the plot is all of the mystery solvers, sans the mascot characters, have been kidnapped, and it's up to the mascot guys, Scooby, Speed
That sounds
Buggy,
great.
to solve the mystery. Yeah, it was a pretty well done episode.
I really need to watch Mystery Incorporated.
Oh yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
so here's the problem, Tom. I don't know if you're talking about the My Little Pony Princess Luna
Yes,
or
he
the
is.
VTuber Luna.
He is. He's talking about.
Oh.
Because we had a conversation about this on his stream last week. But
Gotcha.
Apparently, in the Japanese dub, Princess Luna sounds like a Zentradi whenever she
Okay.
talks. It's.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah,
I know Japanese Pinky sounds dead on to the English version.
well, you remember the Halloween episode, right?
Yeah, that episode's amazing.
Yeah, every time she talks, she has this loud, booming, echoey voice.
Yes.
Of course, they were going to do that. Of course, she would sound like a Zentradi when she does it.
Good. Perfect. Actually, I'd say my favorite, oh shit, what was I thinking? It was there's a random one-off joke in Watamote.
Also, Vicky has a point. Harvey Birdman attorney-at-law would have been a better...
That'd be great.
That, too, is a Hanna-Barbera crossover.
It is. This is a Hanna-Barbera universe. I love that scene. It's like, we're from the futuristic year of 2003 with the Jetsons.
No, it was like 2001, and Harvey checks his calendar. It's 2007.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, okay, but the oh shit, I'm losing my. Okay, there's a really weird one-off joke in the Watamote manga that is just such an odd pull because there's a part where Tomoko's late for school because she starts watching My Little Pony and Rainbow Dash is on screen, and it's because the voice of Tomoko in the anime also voiced Rainbow Dash.
Oh, that's funny. But
I love that Tomoko's a brony.
it's really not that hard to make a good Scooby-Doo anything. There's still good Scooby-Doo stuff coming out. Like, there's a new Scooby-Doo TV show that came out.
Of course there's gonna be.
And
it'll never end.
It's more stylized to the original 1960s cartoon, and they went back to the idea of having celebrity guests on their show.
Good. I like just dumb celebrity guests on Scooby-Doo. It was always great.
Get this. When Windsor introduced me to this show, the first celebrity guest he showed me was none other than, Steve Urkel.
That's perfect.
Not Julia White.
It's not even an actor.
The actual Steve Urkel. And I'm like, whoa, okay, that's digging deep in the past. And there's also other episodes. There's a Weird Al episode. There's an episode with Wonder Woman.
Perfect.
Because it's a wonderful...
That's the exact tone I want.
But yeah, the show, from what I've seen, the show, that particular show looks great. I mean, there's Scooby-Doo's mixed bag. There's a great Scooby-Doo something. There's also a terrible Scooby-Doo something. Unfortunately, the CG movie had to fall into the latter of things.
That sucks.
Because when Scooby-Doo actually tries and is good, it's great. Like fucking Zombie
Island is so good.
Witch's Ghost is also pretty damn good.
Witch's Ghost awakened so many things in me.
You have a goth thing?
Of course.
The Hex Girls got it.
Yeah.
Mystery
they put a spell on me.
Mystery Incorporated actually implemented a Lovecraftian plot in their overarching story. Hex...
I wanted to be like Scoob was going to do that too, but they didn't do it as well.
Oh god, what is it? The Hex Girls were also in that show too, in 2 episodes. One of them,
that's awesome.
One of them, they actually have a battle of the bands with this evil zombie ska band. And
it's so awesome.
And the whole sequence is literally verbatim, shot by shot, a reenactment of the Sex Bomb versus KyoAni twins scene from the Scott Pilgrim
That's
movie.
Really, really good.
It was pretty amazing.
Oh, I gotta read more of Brian Lee O'Malley's stuff. I read Seconds like in one day, and I really enjoyed it.
Tom also brings up the Blue Falcon episode of Mystery Incorporated, where Blue Falcon is basically the Dark Knight Returns Batman, but even broodier and angstier.
But isn't Dynamite the same?
Yes, and
that's perfect.
And Benton Quest and Race Bandit also make a cameo appearance because apparently they helped construct Dynamite.
That's really that's good. I like that. That's good crossover ideas.
Take the boys, Benton. That first episode, Harvey Birdman.
Oh man, I'm just I like the idea of shared universes, and it's not that hard to do, but everyone fails at it.
Like I said, they're trying to rush to get that dollar.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was what made the Marvel Cinematic Universe so good, is that they weren't rushing.
I won't say that they were the first to do it, because to be honest, Kevin Smith kind of beat them to a punch.
Oh, they did. The USQ-verse is great.
Well, up until Jay and Silent Bob reboot, from what I've heard.
I haven't seen that, so it doesn't exist to me.
I don't want to see it, and it doesn't exist.
I think it's on Netflix. I should probably just watch it and get it over with. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime, maybe.
I have an Amazon Prime account, but no, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, but it stopped.
I'm going to have to get really drunk.
It stopped.
I might do that tonight. Who knows?
I want to, but if I did, my fucking D&D party, my D&D buddies, I'm supposed to have a session tonight. They're going to be pissed.
You canceled on us to watch Jay and Silent Bob get a reboot?
No. They'll be pissed because I'd be drinking, getting super drunk tonight.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, I don't want to pass out in the middle of the session like I did last time. That was embarrassing. Yeah. I felt bad that night, but at the same time, man, this is how my character's acting very anti-hero-ish now. He's in a crime-ridden city, so this is gonna be fun.
Tom brings up a point. Hasbro already had a shared universe back in the 80s. Hector Ramirez was a reporter that showed up in like every Hasbro property except My Little Pony. He was in Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Inhumans.
He Cobra Commander actually made a guest appearance in Transformers.
Oh my god, you know what? Speaking of crossovers, have you heard about the Warrior King?
No.
Okay, so on the USA Network, they had like 4 shows running that they wanted to do like a massive crossover with this dumb character called the Warrior King, who was like, because they wanted to do a pilot, and he was like this interdimensional dude. So he was in an episode of Street Fighter, an episode of oh crap, I don't remember what the other one was, but he was also he was also in Mortal Kombat.
Is that character that hung out with Chun-Li at that time? That's who that was?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay,
and he was supposed to be like a weird crossover event.
Okay, I take that back. I know who the Warrior King was. I just never knew him by name. I'm just like, who the fuck is this character from?
The best part of it, the Mortal Kombat cartoon team wanted nothing to do with it. So when it came time to have him cross over, he jumped out of a portal, stood there for a second, then jumped into another one, and that was his entire appearance in the episode. Then they just carried on the plot as normal.
I wonder if he appeared in an episode of Darkstalkers.
I'm gonna actually see what he's appeared in because it's really goofy.
Yo, you guys know the voice actor Scott McNeil? Of course I do. We were just talking about one of the cartoons he was in. I made him quote. Yeah, see if you can scroll back and look at my old archive on the channel and find a video called Scott McNeil's Greatest Insult or whatever. And it's just a video of him quoting from the Street Fighter cartoon because I thought this quote was hilarious. He was getting his ass kicked by Fei Long, and Fei Long was berating him. He's like, "You've ignored your training and turned against all your friends." And then Ken goes, "And you're a loser."
Okay, so Warrior King was in Savage Dragon, Wing Commander, and Wing Commander, Street Fighter, and then Mortal Kombat barely.
I've seen all those fucking cartoons.
Yep. But he just made appearances in all of them, and the Mortal Kombat crew said, "No, we're not going to do that." And that's great.
I wonder if Matt McMuscles talks about the Warrior King. He needs to talk about
I think he does at one point. But I learned it from the Rebel Taxi video he did on the Mortal Kombat cartoons.
Man, I think I was doing some voice works for some Dawn of War mods or whatever, and I've yet to see one unit completed to have my voice work, and that depresses me.
Oh, I hate when that happens. I had I sent out voice recordings of being in a bridge series that never got off the ground, and that one hurts pretty bad because I was really into that one.
I just want something to show off.
Yeah, I was happy with how good I can do my stupid Naruto voice. Believe it! I'm gonna find the One Piece and become King of the Ninjas!
It's good. It's good that Avatar: The Last Airbender is back in the limelight. That show is basically...
It is, but I'm kind of getting the reaction that I get every time somebody talks about Fullmetal Alchemist.
Here's the thing. I'm just going to fucking say it, man. If anyone tries to recommend Naruto to anybody, I'm just going to drop kick them in the head and say, "No, you know what? Watch Avatar: Last Airbender."
Yes.
It's not an anime. Yes, it fucking is.
It's better anime than most anime.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, man, that show is great. This show is beautiful.
I actually didn't know about the troubled development Korra had, and that makes total sense that it ended up the way it did.
Another thing about Korra, which was not brought up by Pat, is one of the lead writers wasn't involved. It was just two of the three, and apparently that guy was the glue to it all.
The good one? Oh, no.
He was the good one.
I honestly think Korra is better than it had any right being given the circumstances, but yeah, it's no Avatar.
Nah, man. Last Airbender was fucking damn near flawed.
But it's better than Voltron, at least.
Really? What happened there?
Oh, Voltron fell apart like really bad. It was just a weird situation where they too many seasons too fast, just kind of abandoned a lot of character development and just tried to both cater to the most toxic fans imaginable and also not give them what they wanted, which led to like the studio being held hostage at one point because someone took a bunch of production photos. As you know, you need to make my gay ship canon of this 50-year-old man like horning in on the 17-year-old boy.
Okay, I think your memory's getting skewed because
maybe.
Yeah, but you were right about the hostage situation. Man, that fucking sucks because I watched like the first couple episodes. I was enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for a bit, and I fell off really hard. And then everybody I talked to afterwards like, "No, don't watch it. It's not worth it." I'm like, okay.
Well, at least Voltron's trying to do something, unlike fucking Robotech.
I don't know what Robotech's doing now.
Exactly. They're sitting on their asses on the IP, and to top it all off, You know, hey, is it okay if this one company gets the licensing rights to re-release Macross Plus on Blu-ray, or I don't know, bring over Macross Frontier and Delta? No, no, because it will cast a shadow over your fucking dead ass IP.
The only thing I know about Macross Delta is that scene where that girl sings September.
Yeah, I have that. I have her fucking. I have her fucking Valkyrie as a model kit. I've yet to construct it.
One second, I'm gonna go pour some mead. I can hear you from across the room now.
All right. Yeah, Teen Titans was very, very anime inspired. Fuck it, let's call it anime. Who gives it? Anime translates to
everything's anime now except Naruto. Naruto's a cartoon. Shut up.
What he said. I mean, in Japan, anime doesn't even reference their exclusive content. They call SpongeBob anime over there, for God's sake. So, SpongeBob is anime.
Yeah. No, in fact, that scene in Watamote where she mentions watching My Little Pony, she calls it an anime.
Oh my god, dude! Lego Maniac said he was a fan of KyoAni since 2018. He got in there late.
Oh no, that was the year. Oh.
No, that was a year later. The incident happened in 2019. I too wish it was 2021, dude. Believe me.
Yeah. I don't know. Is 2021 going to be even worse than now? I can't imagine.
Yeah, zombies will start. Oh, dude.
Zombies will do a better job than we did.
Zombies will.
I for one welcome our zombie overlords.
Zombies will roam the earth, and I'll still have to go to work.
I was watching modern cartoons a little bit. Sometimes I'll watch them. I did binge through Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and yeah, that ending's not great. But I think early Star vs. is really good. That was the show I used as an example of why everyone else's favorite show sucked.
I haven't really watched any modern cartoons from start to finish. I just see some clips here and there and probably watch at least one season. Windsor's the guy who would catch up on that shit.
Yeah, it was generally Gravity Falls was amazing. Like Gravity Falls I recommend.
Oh, Full Metal Panic Famofu, that show was great.
I'm gonna start calling anime cartoons now just to piss people off and then call all cartoons anime.
Do it. There's nothing wrong.
Yo, I watched this cool new anime. I watched this cool new anime called Steven Universe.
Okay, I would beat your ass if you said because you said Steven Universe was cool.
It's not. I did not like that show from moment one, and I will. Here's the thing.
People were calling me crazy for not liking the show almost immediately.
My argument was always it's badly animated and the cinematography is the worst I've ever seen.
My argument is that the characters aren't interesting, and
but that's kind of a subjective thing because I think that talking about the actual quality and pacing is one of those things where it's like, oh, you actually can't argue against this because you show a fight because that's the thing I show an example of. There's a scene in My Little Pony where like Fluttershy runs into a door and there's so much great comedic timing in that one moment. Just because, like, the squash and stretch, like, the impact shown, Steven Universe has no impact. Everyone looks like they're made of balloons.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Unfortunately, that's, like, the common modern style for most of those shows now.
It depends. I mean, Gravity Falls didn't have a problem with that. Star Versus kind of has that style going, but it was a little more jagged. It kind of looked a bit more like a... I'd say...
Well, there was OKKO. I didn't really...
OKKO, that had good impact.
Oh, okay.
Naturally, it had.
I don't know.
I'd say that it had... Like, that's the thing that, like, there's a difference between the art styles of Steven Universe and Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim definitely has better impact. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm just reading the chat, and... I'm almost done with my daiquiri.
Yeah, I'm just drinking mead right now. Oh, good old peach mead. It had great effort. I think my favorite thing about it was that like people were devoting themselves to finding animation mistakes, and there weren't really that many. there was like a few moments where characters would vanish off the edge of the screen like a little too early, or that like one of the layers would get messed up, but that was about it.
That's good. That's good.
Damn it! No, it was one of my friends sent me an image that she ordered the a Kubota Kabuki. I don't remember the name of the company, but they make really good figures, and they made figures of all the My Little Pony girls like as humans. And she got and she ordered the the Pinkie Pie one.
Okay, I thought you said model kits because
No.
I am familiar with Kotobukiya, how you say their name, because they are responsible for the model kits of Hoi Hoi San. I don't know if you heard of this series. Okay, strap in for this one because this is kind of funny.
Okay.
Hoi Hoi San, I think it started off as a manga, and it got like one anime adaptation, I think, but it's basically. The storyline is that cockroaches have somehow like grown immune to insecticide or some bullshit. So the only solution was to create these cute little robots, these collectible little toys that are programmed to patrol at night and just exterminate cockroaches with their little toy guns and shit like that. And one of the main toys is Hoi Hoi San.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a charming little goofy, almost RoboCop-ish presentation.
Okay.
And she also has like two rival characters, Combat San, which is named after the brand of insecticides, and Pest X San, which I have a figurine of her, and I even have a figurine of her motorcycle, which was a separate thing I had to pick up. I assembled both of those way back when, but yeah, I thought those were like charming little toys. I need to check to see if I assembled the Hoi Hoi San one. I don't know if I did or didn't, but Combat San and Pest X San I've already assembled a while back. And no, I am not making this shit up. Just Google Hoi Hoi San, okay? Just Google image.
There's a lot of weird manga about cockroaches. Like that one that's like vaguely racist.
What was that about?
Terraform Mars.
Oh yeah.
Terraform Mars is a mess.
Dude, I dropped it after the OVA in the first episode.
Was the OVA because Terraform Mars Zero is fucking awesome. Was it the one where the first group on Mars with the with the bee guy?
Yes, the one that
should have been the whole series.
Yeah, but I still hated it because all the characters just fucking they still jobbed out and did nothing. And boy, the women got it worse. Not to pull politics here, but the women got it worse in that show.
Oh yeah, they did.
Like the female love interest, she was the first to die, and she gets fucking decked by one of the cockroaches to the point where her neck snaps. And yet, for some reason, she still had enough life in her to talk to him. It was so stupid, but yeah, fuck that show.
I don't think anyone got it. I think the character that got it the worst was Adolf, the German electric eel guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which that character's awesome. But his whole thing is that like he was like horribly scarred, and he found like a girl that like still loved him, but then she cheated on him, and basically like, and then he went to Mars after having to raise someone else's kid, then was a total badass on Mars, but got overwhelmed and killed, and he had like his entire story arc in like 2 chapters, and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like anime where you're just gonna kill off your characters willy-nilly like that all the time.
I'm a fan of it sometimes. Like, I enjoyed Akame ga Kill, even though the manga's way different.
Well,
and not many people get killed off in Akame ga Kill, oddly enough.
It depends on how much I hate the characters. Thank God. Then I would like to see you go out like Final Destination. I have not. Well, actually, no. I did play that one Deus Ex sequel that was on the Xbox. It's not Human Revolution. What was it? Deus Ex. Invisible War?
Maybe? That sounds about right.
I think I played that one. But yeah, Hoi Hoi San. She looks like a maid. If you just Google Imager, hopefully you won't find anything, Luke.
Why is... I'm sorry. I'm laughing too hard at Lego Maniac's ship of Jack from Beastars and Konata.
Oh, jeez, that sounds so stupid.
That's amazing. Jack's great. He's a Labrador. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, Hoi Hoi San. That was a real thing, and I bought the merch for it because I actually did think the character designs were pretty cool. Even has a PlayStation 2 video game.
Last time I watched something just because of the character designs was Black Rock Shooter.
Oh, for me, it was probably Galco-chan.
Fuck, I gotta watch Galco-chan. I've heard good things.
Because dummy, thick blonde girl and fucking chunky, athletic girl, so yeah.
Yeah.
Big.
Big Yoshi.
But yeah, I remember reading the manga. The Hoi Hoi San had some funny moments, like apparently there was like an add-on accessory where she can have a sad face and a fucking beer bottle. So she's like bludgeoning a cockroach to death with the beer bottle while looking sad, and the guy who owns the thing was like feeling very uncomfortable with the whole situation.
Oh yeah, but Macaroon, I agree. I was not a fan of Haruhi Suzumiya. I thought it ruined anime for like 10 years.
I still think you should watch Haruhi-chan, because that shit was funny.
I probably enjoyed a lot more. Was it the OVAs that had like you made Marakaroon cry, and it's that weird like sound? Yes. I remember that was a meme for a while.
Yes, it came from that series.
Good. Okay, I love it already.
Has anyone remembered?
God damn it, Ifrit! Why do you make me laugh with these stupid B-Star ships?
Has Aerith asks, has anyone remember Super Gals? I remember it being licensed by ADV Films, but I never seen the show.
I have no idea what Super Gals is.
It is probably one of the most shoujo anime I've ever shoujo.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I remember seeing a couple trailers for it when I bought ADV DVDs all the time, but I never bothered to see the show because it literally looked like a high school an anime about high school girls for high school girls. Not like Azumanga Daioh where everyone can get into them because you can relate.
Not like Azumanga Daioh that's like that's for like 30-plus-year-old men.
Dude, at the time I was like 15.
I know, but I just like making that joke because a lot of the there was that one image that says like anime for children, and it's like Dragon Ball, Attack on Titan, Death Note, anime for adults, Lucky Star, A Channel and stuff like that.
Don't make me feel like Mr. Kimura, who has a wife. No, I'm sorry.
He has a wife and kid.
Who's this?
He's probably a really good husband too.
Wait, who's this photo? My waifu, and that's where it came from, ladies and gentlemen.
I bring that up to everyone, and no one believes me.
Dude, I saw Azumanga Daioh, as I established before, fans up first, so of course I knew where waifu came from.
Yeah. Thing is, I watched Azumanga Daioh and I never realized that waifu came from that until a while ago. First time I ever heard waifu was when I was watching Panty and Stocking, and there's the episode where Stocking starts dating that literal pile of shit, and everyone in the comments section was just going, "But she's my waifu."
Well, I know what you're talking about. Again, you're getting your memories mixed up. You're mixing up the first episode with the 6th or 7th. He wasn't a pile of shit. He was just a ghost.
He was a ghost, but he looked like he was made of shit.
No. He didn't look like he was made of shit. He just
he smelled awful. I remember that.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He loves to fart.
That part. Yeah.
He just farts, and apparently that's what gets Stocking going. And
yeah, Stocking is just huge. It's just a huge masochist.
And what's really funny is that I was showing my friend the English dub of the DVD because. I thought the English dub was really good.
That was good. That was very good.
Despite the people who were voicing it, who I've been losing respect for every day.
But they did a good job.
But they did a good job. But But I remember showing that to one of my friends who doesn't really follow anime like you and me. He watches it, but he doesn't pay. He doesn't know what's going on, what's what. Same thing with video gaming, which is, he almost got ripped off on Fallout 76. But anyways,
yeah.
But he was like, oh yeah, this god chick's my favorite character. And then we got to that episode where she fucking squeezes every time he goes,
yeah,
and he goes, okay, never mind.
No. Okay, one of my favorite weird gags in Panty and Stocking is when they're like performing on stage or something, and then you see all of Panty's fans are like just kind of average looking guys, like sort of like the jock types, and then you see Stockings fans cheering, and they're all like these horrible, like hyper skinny or way too fat, and yeah, like huge otaku, and it's like, yep, nailed it.
Yeah, Virgin Stocking fans versus the
Virgin Stocking fans and the Chad Panty fans. Honestly, I like Stocking more. So,
they both seem to equal.
they're both great.
They
okay, honestly, Scanty is my main girl.
Okay, I actually like knee socks.
So the only reason I like Scanty more than knee socks is because years ago there was a character. There was a Facebook page that was like a roleplay page for Scanty, and the girl who ran it was really funny.
Oh, I thought you had a thing for women with underbite teeth, like she has.
Well, yeah. And she had those fangs, yeah. But no, like, this girl's an artist, and she just did, like, some really funny stuff. And that made me, like, really turn around on liking Scanty a lot more.
Oh, yeah, that soundtrack was fucking beautiful.
That soundtrack is so good.
I especially love the ending credit song a lot. Every time I want to play, I just want to slowly bob my head. I want to do that when I'm in a car with friends.
So close, so to the
That anime is almost 10 years old. We're old. I hate it.
Oh, don't remind me that is still one of my favorite animes ever. And that thread, the day Gynex killed Christmas, is one of my favorite threads I've ever been a part of.
That soundtrack was amazing, One Man Army. What are you talking about? You crazy.
Dude.
Why do you have twice in your name?
Hey, that soundtrack had Juice on it, and Juice was the best to blare in a car with subwoofers and watch people look at you like, what the fuck are you listening to?
For some reason, my recording of Multifire's reaction to the last 2 minutes of the final episode is
I love it.
is still the second highest watched video on YouTube for me.
That's great. I actually did a video on that too. I did like a dumb dear sister joke.
The worst part is we had a conversation afterwards thinking about a season 2, and
there's still hope, guys.
and like 2 weeks ago, I got a comment from somebody saying 9 years later.
Oh my god, this Christmas will be 10 years ago. Fuck.
I want to go back to shopping at malls.
I'm.
Oh, I miss going to the arcades.
I miss life.
Same here, man.
Oh.
I am.
So the thing is, Panty and Stocking not getting a season 2 is probably the best thing that could have happened to make it the perfect homage to Western animation, because so many Western shows didn't get another season and would end on a horrible cliffhanger.
Not to mention, most second seasons of animes are always weaker than the first.
That's true.
That's not applicable to everyone, but that seems to be a pattern. It's like, oh my god, watch One Punch Man season 2, and then season 2 comes out.
No, don't watch season 2.
Ew.
Season 1 wasn't even that good.
What other examples? Apparently, God, what's the name of that cyberpunk anime about reading people's emotions?
Psychopaths?
Yeah, Psychopath season 2 wasn't that good either.
Oh, good. Okay, I won't have to get into it. I watched the movie without watching any of the show, and I don't remember a single thing about it now.
Yeah, we have Studio Trigger, and they gave us Kill la Kill, and that show's great.
I need to watch Brand New Animal. That looks pretty good. I've heard good things.
I need to watch Promare, or whatever it's called.
Promare is so good. I was just listening to the soundtrack earlier today.
I too miss shopping for anime at Suncoast, even though their prices were bullshit. It's like,
What was
oh,
the?
here's that pretty Sammy Mahoshi special DVD that I keep hearing about. $30. Hey, JD, is it cool if I borrow a couple bucks? It's like, fine.
Actually,
And I had
you
to
know
buy
what?
him a Linkin Park CD afterwards.
You know what? An anime that I think got better as time went on was Symphogear. Season 1 is utter dog shit, and Season 2 is just a bunch of crazy people who didn't know what they were going to do, so they made another season, and then it just keeps going from there, and it's just the craziest thing I've ever watched.
The only song I actually really, really like from Yu Yu Hakusho is the ending song to the first season, Homework Never Ends.
It's a good name for a song.
It is. I even like listening to the English version of that song that Funimation made for a while sometimes. I think it's a hype song.
I'm trying to think of some anime that like got a season 2 that wasn't. I know there's examples, but I usually don't watch a lot of them. Like I liked Naruto season 2 a lot, and it's a shame that there's not going to be a season 3.
High School Girl season 2 has managed to keep the same quality, so
That's good.
yeah,
That's good.
keep watching. High School Girl's great. You like arcade
JoJo's
games?
been consistently good. I think that we were talking about anime that's better than the manga. I think the Part 5 anime is much better than the manga.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things about parts 5 and 6 specifically, so...
Okay, Part 5 is kind of a mess because the main character is very weak. He's not even the main character of his own story, and that's kind of weird. And then Part 6 is it takes a turn that a lot of people hate. But I think it's good for doing that.
Makes me wonder how they're going to handle Part 6, because this is going to lead to some crazy shit.
Oh, it's going to, because making a Part 7 anime is going to be ridiculous.
I've heard fantastic things about Part 7. And
Part 7 is amazing. Part 8 is a fucking mess.
That's sad.
There is not a villain yet.
I know
it's a murder mystery.
It's a murder
It's been going for
mystery
like 6 years.
Well, who knows? By the time Part 7 is still like on the second half or whatever, Araki will finish that manga. Maybe. I don't know.
Here's the thing. A lot of people suspect there's going to be a Part 9 to finish off the series, but I'm not sure. Because Part 8 just feels like spinning the wheels, and it's kind of weird.
My friend told me that Araki said Part 8 was going to be the final thing he was working on.
Okay,
but
maybe that will be.
Then again, take that with a grain of salt. Remember how many times Kojima said this will be the last Metal Gear game?
And then he was forced to make it the last Metal Gear game.
Yeah, pretty much. So
yeah, but Part 8. The thing is, I love the characters in Part 8, and I like the setting a lot. But like, I think the problem is that the villain team is really bad, and I'm not a fan.
Okay, he said don't spoil.
I'm going to talk about it in a way I don't have to spoil it. I mean, honestly, from the halfway point, you can kind of tell that Giorno's not really that important to the story, and it's kind of weird for that reason.
I just want to watch Part 7 for the villain. Oh
God, I love the villain in Part 7 so much. He is so good.
I'm so glad he got referenced in Jello Apocalypse's so this is basically JoJo video. He's listing off the villains, and he finally ends it with the United States President.
So one of my favorite videos is I think it's called like Power Levels in JoJo, and it's this guy breaking down like, well, you gotta have the characters be stronger than another one. So this it's like, this is Jotaro. He's really strong. He beat Dio, but he also lost to a rat. But that rat lost to this cat over here. It's like, so the rat means that must be the strongest character ever. It's like, but wait, this guy lost to an ambulance. It's like, so therefore the ambulance is strong. Wait, but he lost to this woman, and then, it's like KyoAni loves the mommies. It's a really good video. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, it sounds nuts, man.
Yeah, but it's kind of what I love about JoJo is that everything is a match. It's a matchup. There's no power levels. I fucking hate power levels.
Same here, man. That's why. Well, I don't mind a squash match here and there, but sometimes, like,
for a reason. There's squash matches in JoJo, but it's like it clearly is a situation where it's like, oh, you didn't lose because you were stronger per se, like
You
like
lost
because
because you were
strong.
dumber.
You lost because you didn't know how to handle it.
But I am blanking out on what the fuck I wanted to say. Okay, we were talking about power levels. Oh, okay. One of my absolute mangas I love to read is Street Fighter Sakura Ganbaru, which is a manga that focuses on the character Sakura Kasagano from Street Fighter Alpha 2. And it focuses on her story on how being, and this is, which is continuing from the Street Fighter Alpha manga. See, in the Alpha manga, they made this story pretty interesting. Sakura was like in the middle of a Shadow Lu attack or something, and her life was almost threatened by Bison, and then Ryu managed to like save her and fight and beat the shit out of Bison. And Sakura saw that, thought he was cool, and she decided, oh, I want to be a fucking Street Fighter. I'm going to do martial arts and shit like that. And that's basically her story. Volume 2, she goes on crazy adventures outside Japan to find Ryu. And she encounters some characters who, if you know anything about the Street Fighter lore, she probably shouldn't even survive against. One of those characters is fucking Gen, the old man assassin in the purple clothes. Well, yeah. Well, that being said, he's one of the few people who can actually stand against his own against Akuma, lore wise. But he was.
My favorite lore is Cody.
Oh god, Cody's amazing. And I remember talking to Lance. He's like, "Man, Sakura shouldn't be able to beat. She shouldn't be able to hold her own on Gen like that." And I said, "Look, man, it wouldn't be that interesting of a fight if it wasn't at least a little bit even grounded. Okay, it would be boring if it ended prematurely or whatever." Plus,
JoJo's talking about Fire Force. I guess Macaroon is too. I fell off Fire Force really hard.
Plus, there was an awesome 2v1 match: Sakura and Cammy versus Zangief.
That's a good fight.
Yeah. It was a pretty hype fight. I love how it ends. They beat Zangief, and they were fighting in his stage from Alpha 2, which is that electrical cage arena place with all the Russian people chanting. The reason why they went to him. And I think it might be a nod to everyone thinking he used to be a villain or something, because they always associate him with being a villain. That includes Disney 10 years later. But because apparently he trained the Shadow Lu dolls that Cammy was a part of, but then when he found out who they were, whatever, he wanted out. But they beat him, but he's like, "No, I can't fall in front of these people. I can't make myself look weak." So what he does his little victory pose where he sticks his fingers up, but then he goes unconscious while still standing. It was pretty hype.
That's pretty good.
Just to make sure he doesn't look weak in front of his people. That manga's great, man. Those Street Fighter mangas are amazing. Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Sakura Ganbaru, and Street Fighter 3 Ryu Final. Which is like the only thing they adapted from that actually involves Street Fighter 3 lore that I know of.
I like Street Fighter lore more than I like the Street Fighter games.
Damn. Dude, Street Fighter 2, the anime movie, you need to see that movie. It's great.
I should watch that.
Because, you know what's funny? That Oda-chan channel I was watching, she had a video called "Are All Anime Movies This Boring?" And she had a controversial opinion about how anime movies are like one or two categories. One, they're like adaptations of shonen and shit like that, like the Hero Academia movie, the Broly movie. The second thing is,
I saw the Strike Witches anime, and that was just nothing but crotch shots for the movie.
The second thing she points out is there are original film content, but they're all just romance dramas and nothing else.
I like Your Name.
And she's like, "Hey, where's like an animated where's like the animated equivalent of The Raid, or an anime equivalent of I forgot this one obscure movie she lists, or like an anime equivalent of The Warriors or something like that. Why can't we get something like that where it's not adapting anything, it's original, but it's a completely different genre?" I'm like,
I
man,
think I can think of a few things like
we
that.
need an anime version of the Raid. We really
Yeah.
fucking do.
We need some crazy fight scene shit.
And that's the thing. Street Fighter 2, the anime movie, is the only thing that comes close to it. I gush about that movie all the time. It's not because I'm a Street Fighter fan. Yeah, that helps a little bit. But it's because those fight scenes in that movie are fucking amazing.
Good impact. Impact is so...
Exactly.
Oh, what was the...
Enjoy
Okay.
ASMR me sucking on an empty.
Suck. Oh, like start. I mean, I was gonna say something earlier, and I can't remember what the hell I was gonna say. Ugh. Yeah, Promare was good. Cody in the House is so awesome. And I know he wasn't talking about Cody in the House, but I had to read it like that.
Ochan had a point. Give me an anime movie that's flat out beautiful. That's not a romance film. Yeah, like
I'm gonna say Paprika.
And there's nothing. Okay, well, something that came out in the past 5 years that's not directed by a dead guy.
Okay, fine.
Don't get me wrong. Paprika's amazing. It's basically Inception, but way better.
Yes.
And I do recommend that as well as.
I was about to say Perfect Blue. I'm like, oh no, same dead guy.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
I'm telling you, man. I think anime really did go downhill the second that dude croaked, and it just came to that epiphany. Because, like I said, and there's nothing wrong with romance movies. If you want to do them, that's great. But like, there's other genres to explore. You know,
I keep wanting to say things by like. I keep wanting to say things by I don't remember his name, but the guy who directed Devilman Crybaby, but all of his movies are love stories. Same thing with the guy who directed Your Name. They're all love stories. But they're fucking beautiful.
I know, they're great. I mean,
I will say the Night is Long. Yeah, the Night is Long. Walk On Girl is such a good movie, but it's super weird, and yeah, it is a love story.
It's like, goddamn, we probably do need a little more variety, is what I'm asking. It's like, somebody needs to see the movie The Raid and go, I need to make that as a cartoon, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like. Oh man, End of Evangelion is such a. I wish that more anime movies were like that.
I need another drink.
Yeah, that's fair. I might get another one too, but yeah, if you're gone, I'm just gonna start talking about Shantae because I've been playing that lately.
No, go ahead, man. You have the floor. I've been thinking of getting what was it called? Shantae and the Seven Seas.
Yeah, the Seven Sirens. That's the one I've been playing because I kickstarted Half Genie Hero, and I have and I played it when it first came out. I played the vanilla version, but then I 100%ed it, and I never went back to do the the definitive edition, which had all the DLC where you can play as like I think 4 new characters total. I
did not support the Kickstarter, but I did play the game. I picked it up for Christmas because it was dirt cheap, and I had fuck you Christmas money at the time.
WayForward makes good games.
And yeah, it's made by WayForward, the same people that made Double Dragon Neon and River City Girls, my top 2 favorite beat 'em ups. And well, part of my top 2 of the 3. I have a lot of favorite beat 'em ups. Streets of Rage 4 is actually gonna get into that list.
Top 2 favorite modern beat 'em ups.
Well, like I said, Streets of Rage 4 might actually fit. Get in there because I've been sinking some time in that game. I was like, man, this gameplay's.
I'll mess with that one.
But I did play it, and I was like, well, the platform is really solid. And I forgot the name of the composer. What is that dude's name? You have to know his name.
Oh, the guy from Streets of Rage?
No, the composer for Shantae.
Oh, God, one sec. I'll look that up. I'm actually not sure.
I used to remember his name. He did the music for Double Dragon Neon, which is also really, really fucking good.
Oh, Jake Kaufman.
Jake Kaufman. Yeah, I love Jake Kaufman's music.
He does good work.
I love the music that he does for this game, especially the Mermaid Factory music.
The sunken ship theme in Seven Sirens is so fucking good. I got there today and I didn't want to leave the area.
Like I said, my favorite song from him is probably the Mermaid Factory from Half Genie Hero.
Yep, Mermaid Factory. Mermaid Factory is such a good level.
That's stage
I
so
love bootleg mermaids.
bootleg
Oh,
mermaids to feed to a giant mermaid that everyone made fan art of.
yeah, they did. Big.
I want her to step on me,
More than
but she
big.
has a
Keep
tail
going.
fin. I want her to slap her big tail on my face.
I'll fin her tail. No. So the thing is, and the reason I like those games so much is because they're Metroidvanias, and that's like my favorite genre.
Well, Half Genie Hero feels like a standard start-to-finish platformer.
It does. It does. Half Genie Hero feels a lot more like a platformer, but there's like certain Metroidvania elements, but it's mostly for collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seven Sirens is very much a Metroidvania. Like that map is huge.
Okay, so it's not stage-based anymore.
It is stage based, but it's like you find dungeons that are buried in the overworld.
Okay, because here's the thing. By that logic, Doom Eternal is a Metroidvania because they're stage-based, but their maps are huge.
I'm not gonna say that because in Doom Eternal you don't go back to levels to unlock new things based on new upgrades. Everything you have in Doom Eternal you don't need to ever go back because you can unlock everything in a level the first time through.
To me, a Metroidvania is that it's not separated by stages. It's just one giant ass map.
To me, a Metroidvania means that you collect an item, and that means that you can then go back and unlock something new based on that item.
Yeah,
And it is one long it is large map, but yes.
So when you collect that item, do you just try to walk all the way back to that position, or do you go to a map select screen or something?
No, you walk back to the position.
Oh, so okay, so that's a Metroidvania for me. Yeah, Half Genie Hero had that, but instead of walking from the Mermaid Factory to the beginning of the stage, you had to like exit out, go to the world map, and that's not Metroidvania to me.
I'll still consider that Metroidvania, considering that there's a few Castlevania games that are split into worlds. Order of Ecclesia was like. And like to me, that's what like generally I feel that way about Arkham Asylum as well. I think Arkham Asylum was a Metroidvania, whereas Arkham City is not.
Yeah.
And I love that feeling of you see things throughout the games like, oh boy, I can't wait to get the item that'll let me get this thing, and then you do it, and I'm like, yes, but then I climb a little bit higher, and I'm like, oh no, there was another thing I needed to unlock this puzzle.
Yeah, the other Metroidvania I'm still currently playing is Guacamelee on the Switch.
Guacamelee is very Metroidvania, yeah.
Guacamelee is amazing. It's basically a Metroidvania for guys who like fighting games and beat 'em ups. That's why I like it so much. And it's Mexican as fuck because I love luchadors. I love luchador culture. I love the fact that they never have. I love the fact that that they actually have to keep wearing their masks as part of their pride. Like, has anyone seen the cartoon Jackie Chan Adventures?
That cartoon's awesome. That was my childhood.
Remember one of the members of the J Team, El Toro Fuerte?
Yeah, I remember him. He was great.
You know how he's like, El Toro Fuerte never removes his mask.
Yep.
Don't touch the mask. Yeah, that's historic. That's actually culturally accurate.
Yeah, it is. No, you like never take off your mask. If I remember correctly, one of the biggest luchadors ever like went undefeated and never removed his mask until he was about to die of cancer. He took off his mask for like a second on camera, and then he died like the next week.
Damn it. You fools! Had he just kept his mask
on. If he kept his mask on, he would have survived. But no, it was crazy. Like, he wore a special like luchador mask just so he could eat at restaurants.
Oh, that's so... See, that's what... Man, why couldn't this pandemic just make us wear luchador masks?
Oh, I would love to walk around in luchador masks. We're all Suda 51 now.
Instead of wearing these weird, dumb surgical face masks that make us look like fake ninjas.
Yeah. I did buy a Higao mouth mask.
I Higao luchador mask, but
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because my favorite style, my favorite style of clothing is a guy wearing a business suit, but he had a matching luchador mask. And I'm like, okay,
That's pretty hype.
That's what I want to wear in my job interviews from now on.
Yeah, Tom El Santo. That's what I was thinking of.
So that's the guy who...
That's the guy who never took off his mask until the week before he died.
And he just kept his mask on.
If he kept his mask on, he would have defeated cancer.
He had him in the hold. The Ram was going for the pinfall tooth. Oh, he can't.
Oh my god. No. You know what? I don't want a Persona 6 right away, but if Persona 6 rolls with the masks, but it's luchador themed, I'm all for it.
Oh my god, we need a luchador as a party member in the next... Oh man, I wish I invited Big Al onto this stream because he was missing out on this fun conversation.
Yeah, I was about to invite him, but he's always busy.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you see that too because he's like that for me. Yeah, Kaneko Man is a luchador himself. That's the Al has the Kaneko Man mask. He wore it on Cinco de Mayo a couple of years ago. Dude,
he called himself the Grande Gringo. That was a good day.
Oh man, I want to get me a Kaneko. Man, we all need to get ourselves some Kaneko Man masks so we could just go out one day just wearing that shit.
Oh man,
cut a mean promo. Speaking of wrestling, yeah, we're going here. I'm sorry, guys. I know you don't
yep.
like. But
we're doing no wrestling and Star Trek podcast. Here we go.
I have to talk about this because some shit went down last week when Jim Cornette watched AEW's latest pay-per-view, Double or Nothing.
Oh, no.
So Double or Nothing's main event was something called the Stadium Stampede match where everyone was fighting in a fucking football stadium, and a lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it. It's clear as day that Cornette hated it, and I knew he was going to hate it. What I didn't expect him to say, though, is that he has lost the respect of Jericho, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone.
Wow.
He even said at one point in his podcast he wanted to apologize to Russo, and I'm like, are you in the right headspace right now? Have you been taking your medication? Have you been eating your vitamins? Because you're speaking nonsense, Corny. I don't like this. Because you know what? Him hating on Russo, whatever. The dude's been a hack since day one. I don't care what race of his is.
Yeah.
He was only good when fucking McMahon knew how to rein him in. But,
Yep.
And yeah, and Jericho made a response to Cornette, which I don't agree with. And I really hate his statement. Oh, if you don't like this match, you don't have a soul. Damn it, Jericho! Fuck you, man! Look, here's the thing. And I know a lot of people are bashing on this dude because he's a boomer who doesn't have fun. But I like to believe that he can have... Okay, here's the thing. People who defend this form of wrestling in these ways, saying that, oh, you just don't know how to have fun, whatever, to me, they're the same people from 10 years ago who were defending those shitty fucking Michael Bay Transformers films where they're like, oh, what are you guys expecting? Sis and Kane? You just need to shut your brain off. Just shut your brain off at all. I hate that.
Okay, so that's an argument I've heard a few times, like whenever people say, oh, it doesn't have to be good, it's for kids. Like that argument with Star Wars and like a lot of kids shows. No, I've seen kids shows that are amazing and movies made for kids that are amazing.
We were talking about Avatar The Last Airbender.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a kid's show, but fuck
That's better than that's better than the majority of shows that exist.
Better than most shows that are aimed at adults. Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. Had a good ending. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Jojo brought up Mucha Lucha, and the thing I remember about Mucha Lucha is the dumbest fact I love to bring up is that it was one of the very first Flash animated cartoons, and a sort of just a design just kind of a design feature of Flash is that it uses vector animation, meaning no matter how far you zoom in or up-res it, it will never pixelate. So in like 20 years, when we're watching shows at 8K or something, or probably higher than that by then, but we can watch Mucha Lucha in the highest definition, but we won't be able to watch Avatar because Avatar's native resolution was like 540.
All right, and yeah, Bumblebee is a good start over. Travis Knight should just take the reins from this point forward because he knows what the fuck he's doing. But
yeah.
Here's my defense, because I am going to defend Jim Cornette's opinion. I have yet to see the Stadium Stampede match myself, so I don't know how to feel about it, but it does sound stupid from what I'm hearing. I think Jim Cornette can actually have fun watching a wrestling match if, it hits most of the check marks that he wants. If you just give him a good classic match that tells a good story, then he would enjoy it. And he would have fun, because when you enjoy something, you have fun.
Yeah. Shocking.
In fact, he did something like that this week. Apparently, NXT came up with a new type of match. You know what it was called?
What?
The Fight Pit. And
okay, I like the sound of that.
Me too. And I linked Big Al a clip of the Fight Pit match, and what the Fight Pit is it's basically an MMA style match where victory is either submission or knockout. Okay, and they're in a squared small cage arena, and the top of the cages actually have like scaffold platforms too, so they've actually been fighting on top of the match, on the top part. And Kurt Angle was the special guest referee, which is weird because they fired him a month ago. But okay, yeah, but whatever. But they had that match, and I like the look of the arena. And it probably would look even better if there was an audience watching it. There is some people watching it, so you do hear people in the background cheering on. It's like two or three people at a time, but it does have this weird seedy underground fight club vibe to it, and it actually looked really good, and the match itself was actually really good from what I've seen. And did the stream stop? Hello? Oh, fuck me. Hey guys, can you hear me? Okay, Discord farted on me, which means my connection with Squiggleton is gone. But it says I'm still streaming. Oh. Okay. Shit. I was getting into describing this fucking match too, because I actually really like it. And NXT, from what I've been told, is like the only fucking bright spots about WWE in general, because it's mostly Triple H's baby. And if that's true, then holy crap, does Triple H need to fucking take the Emperor's throne sooner than ever, man. Hang on, I don't know why Discord is giving me trouble. I may have to restart Discord, but hey, if the stream's still going, I'm not gonna end it. Don't worry, guys. And I need Discord because that's how I fucking do my D&D sessions. Well, anyways, if Jason's still listening in on the video, well, I'll just say this much: the match itself was fucking amazing, and the only reason why I watched it, even though I don't watch a whole lot of WWE, is because Jim Cornette and his co-host Brian Last on the latest episode of... Oh, okay. You're back. Awesome.
Okay. Oh, I'm back. Oh, I thought that they could hear me but not you. I was wondering how that was possible.
Apparently on my end, Discord was having connectivity issues, but everything else was fine.
Weird. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, the only reason why I gave this match a watch was because Jim Cornette was gushing the shit out of it. He said, "Oh, this is like a new original gimmick that I actually really like," and I'm like,
yeah.
Hell, you had me on the words fight pit.
Jim, are you okay?
And, yeah, and I did watch the match, and I thought it was amazing. It ends with submission. The dude got knocked out so hard. The opponent got choked out so hard, and I'm like, okay, this is really fun. Don't use it too much too early, but it's a great idea. keep it. Save it for pay-per-views in the future. You know, this is actually more fun than Hell in the Cell at times.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this is gonna sound really dark for me, but man, does Vince McMahon need to pass away really soon so Triple H can?
Yeah, he needs to retire.
Triple H, no, well, not just retire.
Oh no, then Triple H is gonna take over with Stephanie.
Well, here's the thing: NXT is Triple H's baby, from what I've been told, and if the Fight Pit was mostly his idea, then I want to see what other ideas this crazy bastard has. Or Shane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Tom was the one that gave Big Al the Kaneko.
Yeah. I read that when I was messaging Al. I go, he's going, yeah, but a fan bought me that. I'm like, yeah, Tom did. He told us in the chat. And Al can't make it. He's watching a movie with his folks.
Fuck, man. I want a Kaneko Man mask. I want the mask of his brother, the one with the camo.
Yeah.
You can get, no, you should get Kaneko Man the Great mask and see if people won't shoot you because you're wearing a blackface mask.
I was thinking that, like, oh no, I don't want to be blackface Niku Man.
I don't think that was the intention, but
But it came off that way.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to reboot Kaneko Man, that would have to change. Brocken Jr. may have to change.
Oh no, Brocken Jr.
I love Brocken Jr.'s design.
I mean, okay, you know what?
He's a Nazi.
I don't think you'd have to change Brocken Jr. because they didn't change Stroheim.
That is true, but in the English dub, they didn't say the word Nazi. They were just saying German soldiers or some shit like that.
But the time frame matches.
Also, I think they might have made a slight change in dub because he tried to self-destruct the place during the Santana fight. I remember in the fan subs I've seen, he says for the Reich, but in the English dub he says for the fatherland. I don't know if that is supposed to be them trying to skirt from saying, oh, by the way, this character who's actually going to be a good guy, he's a Nazi. But when I say reboot, well, to be fair, whatever. This is the worst month of 2020. Homer Simpson says, this is the worst month so far.
Well, so far, yo.
And I see you.
Well, at least it's almost over. Let's see how bad June is.
And I see you post an image of Watame.
Oh.
Is that her name?
Oh. Yeah. Watame, the sheep girl.
The sheep girl who's known for bouncing to the dancing cop sheep.
She's mostly known for having a really bad internet connection, and she'll drop 12 times during a stream.
Dude, I did see bits and pieces of the KyoAni LP of Spider-Man for the PS1.
Yeah, KyoAni's great.
The only reason why I wanted to see that LP is because I was curious to see how Venom in that game sounds in Japanese.
Oh no, how'd it sound?
He sounds really good, and
okay.
And the way they did that one cutscene I love so much, where'd Spider-Wuss go? Spider-Wuss, come out and play. Tag. Yeah, I saw that part in KyoAni stream. KyoAni was laughing her ass off.
Yeah. Okay, one of my favorite things, I'm going to probably send it to you, is KyoAni played Doom 64 all in one stream. And she tried to read the ending text, and it's the most adorable thing in the world.
All right, Dartscream, I'm Atsuki. Take care, One Man Army, lol.
All right, good night.
That's the dude's name. You literally put
One Man Army, lol.
So I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah, but
God, what was the nickname the janitor gave him, John? I thought I was the man of the hospital, but I don't know anyone's names because of the janitor, and now I have egg on my face, Dorian. I forgot the full sentence, but that shit was funny.
So I think I mentioned this last time, but a lot of the janitor's lines weren't scripted because it would just say something that the actor's name would say, in half the scripts.
The only KyoAni stream I saw for the most part was the Dragon Quest one, and she was stuck on that one stage with the mud monster people, whatever. and then she just keeps going because the monsters go b b b b. She goes b b b b.
She is one of my favorites. I think my favorite stupid gag that KyoAni has is, well, first off, X Potato, because there's every once in a while on streams, because she is learning English. She'll like try to talk to the chat in English, and they'll just say things to her, and some words she just can't pronounce. Somebody sent Despacito, and she couldn't say it, so she kept saying X Potato. But now she just calls everyone X Potatoes. And the other gag is during her introduction, she actually listed her height as 160 meters.
Oh, okay. Apparently Tom has sent me a link for a couple of Kanikuman masks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god, one of them is like 1150, only one in stock, but doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I got a big head.
Yeah.
I also got another big head.
It should be adjustable.
There's also a Robin mask. Okay, let's see what the ratings are. Okay, there's no ratings for Super Phoenix.
Oh no!
Yeah, not a single one. There's a 4-star for Robin mask. One person. Okay, all the text is in Japanese. Oh, that's gonna be.
Oh no!
Oh.
I don't think I've seen KyoAni's reaction to FBI open up.
Let's see. Yeah, it's probably best to send me the link over Discord if you got anything to show me with the timestamp.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a slow week. Nothing interesting in news happening. Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, totally.
Well, let me rephrase that.
Nothing relevant to our stream is happening.
Well, there is a Samurai Showdown Neo Geo collection that's coming out on July 28th for PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. It's going to have Samurai Showdown's 1 through 5 special, and apparently it's going to have an updated version of Samurai Showdown 5 that was never released before, called Samurai Showdown 5 Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's going to have like a brand new story ending, the true and final game made for Neo Geo, whatever. That's probably the hook that's going to get people to buy these games again. I know Samurai Showdown 6 is completely absent from this collection, which kind of sucks. Not that it was a good game, but that's the game that has a Roha in it. You know, the maid girl.
Yep, the fan favorite.
The fan favorite, unless she shows up in 5 Perfect, which I doubt. But if she did, that would be cool. Yeah, I might actually. I might even double dip and pick that game up on both Switch and PS4. Who knows?
Yep. There's a few games I've double dipped on, mostly Dark Souls.
Yeah. I've double dipped on Guacamelee. I've double dipped on the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. I double dipped on Cosmic Star Heroine.
Oh fuck! Speaking of Dark Souls, I really should play Cinders.
What's that?
That is the mod for Dark Souls 3 that completely rebalances the game.
Huh.
It adds a lot of cool stuff. It gives you all of every weapon from every Souls game is available, including Bloodborne weapons. And they decided to give everything a completely revamped weapon art. All of the enchantments do like a consistent second effect. Like if you do a magic enchantment, it makes your FP regenerate faster. FP automatically regenerates for any class. So even if you're not a mage, you can do like weapon arts for every weapon and not have to drink the blue Estus.
So, did you pick up Xenoblade Chronicles yet?
No, not yet. I'm still playing through Nocturne and Shantae, and I don't want to put anything else on the docket until I finish.
So apparently this game allows you to alter character levels and has a casual mode.
Okay. My buddy did say that you can go right to the epilogue from the start.
Yeah, but I need to play the game first, so...
Yes, yeah. Oh, you never played Chronicles before?
No, I haven't. So
Okay, then yeah, you would definitely need that because yep, the epilogue is something I really, really want. But I'll probably play the game again. Although I'm just gonna suffer again trying to find some of the collectibles that I need for quests. There was one I remember that I had to like repeatedly reload the game in the swamp area just to get because it had like a 5% drop rate and it was being ridiculous.
You know, it kind of reminds me of this fucking quality of life feature that was added to the later re-releases of the original Final Fantasy VII that Magnus told me about in the podcast. He said, oh yeah, they added like new things like an option to disable random encounters and a god mode. And I said, a god mode. So like
that's quality of life improvement.
And I practically said, okay, there's no excuse for no one to pick up this game now. If they think it's too hard, just play it like that.
Yeah. Well, wait. In Xenoblade, there's like not really random battles, and it does one of my favorite things in an RPG, which is you just get random super bosses wandering around in starting areas. So if you're not careful, you can just get ambushed by like a level 90 creature in the middle of like a level 6 area.
Yeah.
That's awesome to me. Then you come back and mop the floor with it when you're stronger, and you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, in the case of Xenoblade Chronicles, I am not against the idea of having bitch-made easy difficulties as long as they're optional. I'm not.
There's only one part in that game I'd consider actually really difficult.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. You can even level down the characters if you want, if you think things are getting too easy.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is amazing. It's a shame that Chronicles 2 was nowhere near as good.
Yeah, I heard the DLC was better.
DLC is better. The problem with Chronicles 2, gameplay is amazing. Like I really like the gameplay changes, and the blade system is neat. But the story is really bad. The characters aren't that great, and like it's building up to something that never happens. It feels like there was like 5 points in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 where I thought the game was going to end, and then it didn't.
Well, speaking of Xeno something. I'm probably going to have to bury my PlayStation Vita now.
Oh.
Yeah, my memory card got corrupted, so I had to reformat it, and thus the progress I made on Xenogears got erased.
Oh, that sucks.
As well as my progress on Suikoden 2. The 2 PlayStation 1 JRPGs that I've been given a shot, gone.
Okay, so wait, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 isn't really that bad. I just think it's way worse than Xenoblade Chronicles 1. But yeah, you're talking about the Vita. I mean, hey, that matches up with a recent news story.
Well, before I say that, apparently June 9th, there's going to be a reveal trailer on 13 Sentinels, the Aegis Rim, which is this weird mecha game that's made by Vanillaware, the same people who made Dragon's Crown.
Oh, okay. That sounds neat.
Oh, please show some fucking gameplay.
Yeah. I know this is a weird Atlas game that like Atlas kind of forgot about that was like unveiled 2 years ago and they haven't talked about it since.
The game follows 13 characters, each with their own perspective on the events of 1980s Japan and alien invasion. Alongside exploring and interact with NPCs, players fight off aliens with mecha and plausible real-time strategy battles, blah, blah, blah. Said plausible. We'll wait till we see the gameplay trailer. But anyways, what about the Vita?
So, there was a recent news story, and people have been kind of like rolling with it and making fun of it because there's a NPC in The Last of Us 2 demo who is playing a Vita and gets strangled. So the joke was, oh, Sony finally killed the Vita.
Yeah, they did.
But it's been dead for a while.
I love the PlayStation Vita, though.
It's a good system.
It's a great
shame the way they handled it.
Shame that Sony didn't support it. Shame that their memory cards are easily corruptible. Because this wasn't the first time I went through this shit, but I was able to back everything up.
I remember the original PSP kind of had a weird issue where nobody bought it so they could have a game system. They bought it so they could just play so they could just jailbreak it and do whatever they wanted on it.
Yeah, I heard the Vita is actually the same case too, I believe, but
I just remember everybody I knew in high school that had a PSP just used it for porn.
I am tempted to pirate into in Xenogears and
Go
just
for it.
just see if they have like some external menu features like save states and fast forward features so I could just catch up on the progress that I missed out on.
Oh yeah, speaking of PlayStation, yeah, of PSP stuff and Vita stuff, I should really play more Danganronpa. I've been saying that for forever.
I know, dude. I really want you to play Danganronpa 3 because I think not 3 V3.
V3. That's confusing.
Well, it will all make sense when you when you actually play it. And judging.
Well, you're saying I have to watch the anime to get the actual Danganronpa 3.
Yes, but here's the thing. V3. Ooh, knowing you for a couple months now and knowing your taste, I think you will love V3 so.
I probably will, because I really like the Danganronpa games.
You will love V3 so fucking much because it's my favorite game. Okay, are you familiar with the game Spec Ops: The Line?
Yeah, love Spec Ops.
This game generates the same quality.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Because Danganronpa 2 did some stuff like that I really liked.
Danganronpa V3.
Cameron, are you new here?
Well, yeah, Cameron. That's why we're called Weeb and Talkin. That's why I named this stream Weeb and Talkin. I too love Danganronpa. In fact, I want to get me a Monokuma face mask to wear in public. Oh man.
I do remember Monokuma's dub wasn't great.
Which one? Funimation's or the games? Because I
don't know whichever one came first. I want to say like I think there was one that was being made fun of because it was like a Danganronpa abridged series going on, and then the person playing Monokuma on the abridged series was like making fun of how bad the voice acting was in the game.
No, I actually disagree. I actually like Monokuma's English voice actor in the video games.
Okay. I remember he talked really slow.
You know, at least he was able to stay as Monokuma because the Japanese voice actor got replaced in V3 because...
Oh, okay.
Because
that might be interesting to hear.
Because the original actress who played Monokuma, who I believe is the same voice actress as Doraemon, she suffered from dementia or some shit.
So, fuck.
So, she got replaced by the voice actress of Zero the Third from Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward, who played a very similar role.
That's a little on the nose.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. You know what? You know what it is? It's probably Uchikoshi recommending a voice to Kadaka since they're best friends.
That sounds about right.
Because since they're best friends and they're forming a deadly alliance in video gaming now, which I am all in support of because I like.
Was AI any good? Because I remember hearing like, "Oh, it's really cool," versus "This is the worst game ever made."
Okay, I don't know who told you it was the worst game ever made, but find those people and hit them with a baseball bat because the Somnium Files was great. I loved it.
Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. Aren't they working on that weird like baseball game too?
That cyberpunk baseball game. I don't know what it is, but but I hope it's a fun baseball game.
Fun quote unquote baseball game.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, man. I want to go back to, sports games that were all fun and arcadey. See, there's a Captain Tsubasa soccer game coming out. It's based off the Captain Tsubasa manga.
Good. Can I elongate my limbs into the horizon?
I don't know diddly dick about Captain Tsubasa, nor do
I know the character designs are horrible.
The character designs are very 1960s, dude.
I just think about that one image of all of them like kind of huddled up and their legs take up like 80% of their body. Is the worst image ever.
But I want to play that game because it looks like a classic arcade over-the-top soccer game.
That's rare. I haven't had like a fun like arcadey sports game in a while.
Like what, since Super Mario Strikers?
God, you're right.
Yeah, and that's why I want to support that game, and I hope that fucking baseball game that you were talking about is the same way. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Yeah, Monokuma's Japanese voice actor got replaced, but the English dub one for the video games at least stayed the same. And I don't know, I actually really liked him. I think he was funny.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like compare the new voice actor.
Not a big fan of Greg Ayers' performance in the Funimation dub because for some reason he changed the laugh to make him sound like Curly from like an evil version of Curly from the Three Stooges.
That's
Yeah, but it's like this.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monokuma's voice is never deep, and I notice that's kind of a Japanese thing too. Like every time I hear like a distorted voice in a dub, they always like distort it to make the voice deeper, but they distort the voice to be like higher pitch in Japanese stuff.
So hearing Monokuma going doesn't sound nowhere near as bad.
Yeah. Did you notice that too? Like if you play like if you like look at if you like listen to the shadows in like the Persona 4 anime, like listen to them in Japanese versus in the game, like when you listen to the dub, like they're pitched opposite, and that's kind of weird.
I wasn't really fully paying attention to that. I noticed some weird slight changes here and there. I noticed instead of saying I am the shadow, the true self, they always said I am the shadow of your true inner self.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Like I said, it didn't bother me that much because at least 90% of the original voice cast was in it.
Yeah, which is fun. It's good.
And if there was something that would go way off the mark, I would assume one of those voice actors would fucking pull the director in and pull him aside and go, no.
Look, you know what? When it comes to Persona 5, I am shocked that when they re-recorded the dialogue, they still kept the weird name pronunciations in Royal. Hey, no Ryuji Sakamoto, your name's Sakamoto.
What are you guys talking about again? We're talking about Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of lost track, but dude, I think there was a fucking translation error in the Persona 4 dub.
Yeah.
Okay, what was Yukiko's Arcana again? Was it the priestess?
Yeah.
I think Margaret accidentally said Empress. And even my friend who never played the video games before saw that and went, wait.
That's not right.
She literally opened up a book and said priestess. And I go, yeah, she's a priestess. But she said empress. And I'm like, hold on a second. I rewound the DVD and sure enough, Margaret accidentally said empress. I'm like, oh, God.
I don't remember who the empress in Persona 4 was.
I'm trying to think. Was it Margaret?
No, wait. What? You know, it might have been, actually. Reading her own Persona. Her own Arcana.
I'm thinking all the female Arcanas. There was the Moon one. There was the Devil one, which is the nurse.
I did not like Moon very much in 4. I did not get far with her. Same with, I think Tower. I did nothing with Tower when I played 4.
Okay, and in my first playthrough on the PS2, I didn't even know of the Devil Arcana. I was just looking.
Devil's the best.
I was looking for a way to increase my courage, so I said, yeah.
I
was like, okay, I'll just take a part-time job at the hospital, and then it was funny.
Oh shit! Like, Social Link.
You're working at the hospital late at night. You have a chill down your spine, and I go, okay, your courage has increased. And then all of a sudden, this nurse shows up, and the creepy piano music in that game plays up. I'm like, what's going on here? I need to come back to work again and increase my courage. So I did that, and all of a sudden, I am thou art me. Here's the Devil Arcana. I'm going to go,
yo, you getting laid.
And like at this point, I think I was very close to solving the mystery, too. I was late in the game.
Oh, no, so you're at the end of the game.
Well, here's the thing. When I did my second playthrough on the Vita, I got to her pretty early and actually did max hour.
If I did a second playthrough, I probably would have done way more, because that was my first Persona game.
And I scared 1/3 of the chat away.
Oh, no. No, okay. I got
actually,
10 people.
Sakya asked a question. Who's your favorite Danganronpa character? She likes Sonia Nevermind, who is a great character.
Really?
Okay.
She never really stuck out much to me.
I love the fact that A, her talent is that she's the ultimate princess, and B, all the names related to her are references to the band Nirvana.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, her last name, Nevermind, is based off of the album name. I forgot the name of the country she comes from, but it's named after one of the band members.
Weird-ass name. Just this... Yeah. She was an odd character.
No, I liked her. She was kind of weird and crazy.
No. I mean, she was odd. She felt very out of place.
Well, okay. Who was my favorite Danganronpa character?
Mine was Ibuki.
Ibuki was my favorite.
Ibuki and Togami are my favorite characters by far.
Okay, Ibuki was my favorite in 2. My second favorite in Danganronpa 2 is Fat Togami.
Togami's always the best.
Oh man, the fat version of him was great though.
He was great. Man, they sat on that, like, on talking about him for a while, because everyone playing the game's like, what the fuck happened to Togami? And you don't learn about it till the very end. It's like, what the fuck? I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, his characterization gets expanded more in Danganronpa 3, the anime, that's for sure.
I can imagine.
It's interesting what they did with him. And they kind of did a running gag with him that I had a fun little prediction of that I can't explain for spoiler reasons, but I'm glad they kind of did it in Danganronpa 3.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Margaret was the Empress.
Okay. And the first Danganronpa game, I didn't actually have anyone I would consider my favorite. Maybe Sakura Ogami, because buff martial arts lady.
Yeah, Sakura's great.
Yeah.
Like, I want, like, more just 7 foot tall women who aren't conventionally attractive as waifus.
Yeah, she was a great character. I liked her.
I thought that was a man at first. I'm like, no, that's a woman, and that's cool.
No, and they double confirmed it in a fan service scene nonetheless.
Oh, they sure did.
But oh god, there was another character that used to be my favorite, but then Danganronpa 3 ruined the fuck out of her. So nope.
What?
I can't say for spoiler reasons.
I really liked Celeste as well. Celeste, the gambler in 1.
Okay, so
that's just my taste.
I actually have a couple favorites in V3. One of them is a character that everyone's probably gonna think, "Oh God, you're fucking crazy," but I actually kind of like her. It's fucking Tenko, and everyone's gonna think I'm crazy because Tenko is a fucking man-hating dyke. There's no other way to put it. She always refers to men as degenerate males. She has a weird, disgusted look.
That's me. You got me pegged, girl.
But she's actually a pretty cool character when you get to know her. Actually, almost all the characters in V3 are pretty cool when you get to know them.
Man, so I will say one of my favorite characters in Danganronpa 1 as well is Chihiro. And oh my god, Chihiro has the worst fan base ever.
I can see why.
And it's like, wow, way to completely miss the point of the character. Everyone I've ever met who loves Chihiro doesn't understand what the character's about. I'm sure you know exactly where I'm going with this.
I do, and I think Big Al brought it up to me at one point.
It was probably from me because I yell about Chihiro constantly. And hey, I don't know, if you played one of the games, this might be a spoiler, but I'm going to be as non-spoiler as possible. Chihiro is Erika Erasure.
Okay.
If you think the wrong thing about Chihiro, you don't understand how important Erika is in the state of gaming. So don't misunderstand Chihiro.
Okay, Macaron, I'm trying to read her text and understand. Apparently, she thought one of my fucking choices was going to be Junko. Don't react to that.
I'm not.
Good.
I like Junko's design.
Her design's pretty good. But like I said, Danganronpa 3 had some missteps, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. And it has like my favorite version of a variation of one of the songs in the franchise as a whole.
God, Mondo's great too. Everyone involved in that storyline is so good.
Well, they're all right, but I fucking hate the fat otaku dude, Hifumi Yamada.
Oh, he's the worst. Yeah, he's the only character I actively dislike, and I think actually makes the game worse.
I actually met somebody who was almost built like him too. Right down.
I've seen cosplayers who do that. I had one friend who
he was built right down to having fucking tiny, scrawny legs.
Oh no, I don't even know how you can do that.
See, apparently this dude was injured at work, and he said his legs were acting all weird, and I looked at this dude, and this dude was like a fat flub, and I noticed his legs were like scrawny and small and shouldn't be able to fucking hold that weight up for that long amount of time. So I just took his word for it.
Yeah.
And we had to file an accident report, so.
Asahina is very good. Same with the similar girl, the gymnast girl in Danganronpa 2, because I like girls with nice buoyancy.
Well, like I said, the cast of characters get better with each sequel, so I
will say that. I'd say that 1 kind of has the weakest cast, but when I first went into 2, I'm like, I'm not going to like these people, and I loved, like, everyone.
Oh, no. And then wait till you get to V3, man. You're going to meet some...
I can already tell I'm going to love that blonde girl who's, like, constantly drooling and yelling about how she wants to be fucked.
Okay, I'm not going to give away the other character trait about her, but sure. By the way, in the English dub, she's voiced by Wendy Lee, and it's probably the most fun she's ever done voiceover-wise.
I love when voice actors are having fun, and you can tell.
Because she can fucking say lewd, disgusting shit all the time. She can drop F-bombs and shit like that, and I'm like, oh my god, I wish I had a role like that.
Is it an edited screenshot? Because I keep seeing the screenshot with her. Like, can I please be fucked by something that isn't my life?
Sounds like something she would say.
A good line.
It really does sound in character.
I get fucked by something beside life.
It's like, oh, gee, I don't know. Why don't you actually dress me up nice before you fuck me?
Oh god, I'm gonna probably download Danganronpa 3 soon then.
Oh man,
V3, my bad.
No, dude, V3. You don't need to want. V3 is part of a separate continuity, so you don't really need to jump, dude. If you just want to skip that and go straight to V3, then by all means, because I'm telling you, man, like that game is amazing. Like the first chapter will break your soul for sure.
Oh, good.
And then you're on board for the rest. Oh, dude.
Well done. Oh boy, I hope I don't have to deal with the fucking swimsuit full of gravel again.
Okay, let me...
Fuck that puzzle.
Oh, God. Yeah, that didn't come into my mind until later either, man. That was weird. But anyways.
It was just badly worded.
But anyways.
Every Danganronpa game has that. It's one weird question that fucks you up.
Here's my playthrough experience with Danganronpa V3. Windsor and I bought the game together. And the week before, I was actually marathoning through Danganronpa 3 just to get that storyline over with. Yeah. And I finished it, and then I jumped into V3, and at the same time, during a Discord chat, Windsor jumped into V3. So we had this weird experience. We were both playing the game at the same time. We're in the same position. We're in the same chapters. And we're like, okay, I read up to this point. Did you get to this point yet? No. And then... it was a pseudo co-op experience, dude. Even when we were doing trials, we were like, okay, I got this. Do you need help on this trial? No.
That sounds fun.
It was a bizarre experience because we were both experiencing the story and getting our reactions from together at the same time. But here's the thing. At the end of Chapter 1, and I'm not going to explain why, at the end of Chapter 1, after all was said and done, we were both tearing up so bad.
Oh no.
That we were like, dude, I'm gonna have to mute myself. I don't want you hearing me right now. It's like, yes, yeah, same. So we both muted ourselves, went through the rest of the dialogue, saw the first execution, and we broke hard. We broke really fucking hard.
Oh no.
I'm telling you, man, that first chapter is going to bust your balls.
Damn, you know what? I need to continue playing through the New Game Plus mode in Danganronpa 2 because you can just do that weird island management game, and I had a lot of fun with that.
Okay, can you repeat that? I accidentally unplugged myself.
Oh, sorry. There's like a weird New Game Plus mode in Danganronpa 2. Where you you probably played it then. It's like when you have to do that island management game.
Oh yeah,
and do all that crafting. That was great.
I suck a shitload of time of it. The best part about that game was it wasn't the gameplay itself, is the fact that you could spend time with these extra characters and then
exactly, yeah. That's what I like so much about that. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do all the free time I missed.
Oh yeah, dude. I maxed it out with Mikan, who had a yandere
Yep.
moment in her
I
epilogue
liked
scene.
Mikan a lot. Mikan's great.
She had a yandere moment.
Got that booty.
She had a yandere moment.
As she should.
I did one. I even did one with Rina Chan's character. What's her name? The fucking folk dancer.
Oh, I forgot that was Rina Chan. Yeah, what the hell was her name? Starts with an S. Sayora?
Somebody.
I'm gonna look this up.
Somebody in the chat.
Yeah, it's a Sayuri.
Sayuri. Boy, man, she came a long fucking way. She went from doing internet flash cartoons, and now she's voicing characters like her and fucking 2B.
Hey, look. Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. I forgot she voiced 2B.
Good for her.
That's awesome. Yeah, like she grew a long way from voicing the pony that looks like toothpaste.
I'm jealous. Anyways. So who's your guy's least favorite in the annoying characters?
Otaku.
Yeah.
Fuyoshi. Yeah, I forget his. Yeah.
Hifumi Yamada from Danganronpa
Hifumi.
1.
Yeah, Hifumi Yamada.
Danganronpa 2. Who is the character? I guess I didn't really like the photographer character all that much because she was also.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
She was a bit of a misandrist herself.
I thought she was boring.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say that the case involving her is so interesting because of that weird like mini game you play.
And Danganronpa 3, not V3. Danganronpa 3 is the fucking candy girl, the one whose talent is that she's the ultimate confectionarius, or however you say it.
It's just Dagashi Kashi.
I mean, hated her so much.
Okay,
dude.
have you seen the girl from Dagashi Kashi? Because she looks like a Danganronpa character.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but that's not what the character looked like.
But I mean, like, you could have just lifted her and put her in Danganronpa as the ultimate confectionery girl, and it would have worked.
And she probably would have been a much more likable character than what we got instead in Danganronpa 3. Danganronpa 3 had some fucking asshole
I'm going to have to watch it.
It had some asshole characters. One of those characters is a real piece of shit, but I actually ended up liking him towards the end of the series. And
I like characters like that. That happens to me a lot in games.
Yeah. What do you know? This is me going back to talking about Saki from Genshiken as well as Dr. Kelso from Scrubs. Hey,
I gotta watch more episodes.
Characters who start out as total dicks, but then become a little bit more likable when you learn more about them or as the story goes on. But dude, Juzo Sakakura was a real fucking cunt. Like, he's the ultimate boxer, but he was a real piece of shit. But then when you learn more about him and then what happens to him at the end, it's actually pretty sad. Makoto Naegi?
Yeah, Makoto's great.
Well,
you can't really hate him. He doesn't have much. Oh, unless you mean the sister.
Oh, you mean Komaru?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot his last name. My bad. Yeah, but no, Makoto's fine. I mean, he's just kind of milquetoast.
He gets better in the sequels, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Like, when you're not playing as him, he's really cool.
And I'm glad Funimation at least got Bryce Papenbrook to reprise his role as Makoto in the anime adaptation. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't work at all.
I think I did like Hajime a lot more than Makoto.
Hajime was a great character.
Yeah. Especially like when you learn more about him, it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting.
And then what he becomes is like, oh shit. And then I'm like, holy shit, Johnny Yambash is actually voicing interesting characters.
Oh, Komaeda, you fucking asshole. I hate how right you are.
Have you finished Streets of Rage 4? Yeah, I finished through the story playthrough. I'm now playing through in the stages on hard mode and see if I can find out what the secrets are and unlock them. Because apparently there's secrets where you could do like retro boss battles and shit like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyways, I need a pee real quick, so.
Alright. Yeah, man. Chosen Mom reacting to that swimsuit full of gravel. Yeah, it was a part of a case that was the most confusing shit in the world. But yep, Streets of Rage, tied between Chiaki. Yeah, I have a tie between Chiaki and Yamahiro. Yeah, Yamahiro was the photographer girl, wasn't she? Or wait, am I going crazy? I like Chiaki a lot. I thought Chiaki was a very fun character, really good design. She became like story wise. I think Chiaki's probably my favorite in Danganronpa 2, but I like Ibuki way more as a character. That man, I was up late playing Danganronpa 2 because I thought I was at the end of the game and there was like 4 hours left, so I was up till like 5 in the morning finishing Danganronpa 2. I took a weird thing where I started playing it and then I was in like the middle-ish end, and then I just stopped and fell off for like 2 years because I do that with a lot of games. Gets used by using the taser on arcade games. That's actually kind of a cool little secret. You're gonna have that in Streets of Rage. You know what, like a maniac, that came out of nowhere, but I agree with you. Ooh, favorite social link confidant. I really think a lot of the social links in early Persona 3 and 4 are kind of weak. I really like the devil in Persona 4. I think that I don't know. I like Yukiko in Persona 4 a lot. In 3, oh fuck, how did I forget his name? The devil in Tanaka. Tanaka in Persona 3 is such a good social link. And you can do some dumb game-breaking shit. When Darkstream gets back, I want to talk about that. I probably talked about it before.
You already did.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So I already know about that.
Yeah, my bad. I'm very forgetful.
Who's your favorite social link / confidant? Ooh.
I'm gonna say probably my favorite in 5. Oh man. I really, really like Futaba's in 5, and I really like Kawakami's as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kawakami.
Like, actually, you know what? Actually, I will say that Ouya has a really good social link. It's a shame that her character gives you no good bonuses whatsoever.
Yeah, like, oh.
Her bonuses are shit.
Did they at least rebalance that part of the game to where you...
Nope. I was shocked. Like, they buffed Chihaya to the moon, and they nerfed Kawakami a little bit, but Ouya's the exact same, which means she's still worthless.
I did not play the first 3 Persona games, because remember, Persona 2 got broken into 2 parts.
Yep, exactly. And the other half never really came out.
I've heard about them. I've researched about them. I
played a little bit of 2, and I really like 2. I just have to hop back into it.
Innocent Sin had a boss battle with one Adolf Hitler.
Yep. Okay, yeah, good. I love Yukiko.
I have figurine.
Fuck MMO,
dude.
The MMO social link is great.
Oh yeah, plot twist. It's the main character's teacher.
Yep. And then they rolled with it hard in 5.
Okay, yeah, they did. They sure did.
Actually, the best thing about the MMO is that they're just playing Persona 2 online.
In the case of Yukiko, I'm actually surprised there's a lot of Yukiko love, because I think she's the...
I am too. I hear her hate nonstop.
Well, I have a Nendoroid and a figurine of that character too, so... And yeah, she was fun to play as in Persona 4 Arena because she was a zoner. Her fucking...
Yeah, she's a worst zoner. I love her.
Her normals do
projectile. Her normal is like projectile.
That's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you. I'm just going to throw fans in your face and just...
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, like, if you want a zoning character, there's your fucking princess right there. And you know, I used to like Amanda Wen Lee too. I remember listening to her in early ADV dubs, and then you find out that the person she is, I'm like, oh.
Okay, so I definitely mentioned this before, but I think one of my favorite threads I've ever been a part of was this one where Haru's voice actor in Persona 5 was talking about how to make a certain kind of like Cuban coffee. And then I go, nah, I'd rather get high as balls with Yukiko's voice actor. And I posted that Amanda Wen Lee video where she's talking about cannabis. Amanda Wen Lee would probably be fun to get high with.
I actually did meet up with Ann Tamaki's voice actress, Erica Harlacher, who...
my friend is a huge fan.
She is turning into... she's just getting a shitload of voiceover roles, dude. Like, I'm hearing her everywhere. I mean, she's in High Score Girl.
I
She voices the blonde haired. Why am I blanking on her name? I was Hidaka. She voices Hidaka.
Oh yeah.
She voices two Danganronpa characters.
Damn.
She voices Kyoko, the ultimate detective.
Okay.
I know that was
I can't stand her.
Okay, she voices another character in V3 that's very likable.
Okay. Yeah, because I really hated wait, am I thinking Kirigiri? The one with the purple hair and the gloves?
Yes.
Yeah, I hated her.
Why'd you hate her?
I don't like emotionless characters.
Well, fucking detectives have to be emotionless so they don't get attached. So they can do their job.
Yeah, but I don't like Kudere's.
I don't think she was much of a kudere, but well, fine, whatever. She voices a character that you're probably going to like in V3 then.
That's good. Yeah.
But I had a conversation with her in V3. It was a really fun conversation, that's for sure. But like I said, I can't go into details because this is not a Danganronpa V3 spoiler cast.
No.
But yeah, she is like voicing everything everywhere nowadays in
That's
the past
good.
5 years, and yeah, that's good. More work, more money, more recognition, all that stuff. So I have nothing against it. She's a nice person from what I've seen so far.
She's a huge friend because I have a friend who's like obsessed with Anne, and she cosplayed like every version of Anne. And when she met her, she was dressed in as Anne wearing like the 20 layers. And she got her photo. What was her voice actor's name was again?
Erica Harlacher.
Yeah, she got her picture with Erica Harlacher, and she posted it on her Twitter because she thought the cosplay was so good. But that's my favorite Anne outfit, is wearing the way too many layers.
I did share a photo of me with her on Twitter, and she actually replied on Twitter and said, "Oh, I had a fun time at that convention." Glad you did, because that convention was it's definitely on the good end on my favorite convention moments.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. It's like, dude, if I got like 1,000 job opportunities and people are like, "Oh my god, this voice actor's fucking everywhere," it's like, yeah,
I am.
Yeah, look, as my bags of money get filled. Fuck you.
What was that? Okay, I know people got on Troy Baker's case about saying this, but I thought it was kind of funny. It's like, how do you become a big name voice actor? It's like you have to wait for me or Nolan North to die. And I thought that was kind of funny.
I mean, it is kind of funny, but at the same time, like, don't you guys have to wait till Steve Bloom or Scott McNeil have to die?
Yeah, pretty much.
And don't those guys have to wait till Jim Cummings or Frank Welker have to die?
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
So here's one of the weird things. I'm happy he's getting a lot of work, but every time I look at him, it upsets me because his voice doesn't his appearance doesn't match his voice as Xander Mobius.
Who's Xander Mobius?
He's the guy who does the Smash announcer and Joker.
Oh, okay.
He is like a little younger than me, and the dude looks like he weighs 90 pounds, and he looks like he's a freshman in high school.
Oh man, he looks so good.
It is bizarre, like what he with this little guy doing the Smash Bro announcer voice, like doesn't fit.
God, this is why I want immortality so bad. A lot of people are totally against that idea, but no, man, I'll be like, no, give it to me. Make me look like I'm 20 forever and make me not die. And if that's why don't do that wish from Twisted Metal, where it's like, I wish I had the body of a 20-year-old, and then he has a young body but an old man face. Yeah, that's the driver of Warhog. I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
But like I said, man, if I had like that, that's why I love the manga UQ Holder so much. Not that it's a sequel to Negima, one of my favorite mangas. It's just that the concept of, okay, our shonen protagonists, they're not going to die, so fuck it. Let's just make them immortal anyways. And that's the whole concept. It's about immortals.
Yeah.
And it's immortals on different rules. Some of them are bullshit. Some of them are crazy, but whatever. And I'm like, man, just give me the immortality to where even if I got mulched up by a jet engine plane, I can still like reform myself even if it takes me a long time. Like fuck it.
Okay, Logan.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me that shit. Like, let me live forever. But what about the heat death? Nah, we'll probably
Sure.
have it.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just float around and find a new planet.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Heat death of the universe, whatever. Fuck it. New universe will pop up in its place.
That was actually a discussion that had in UQ Holder when
that's awesome.
I was like, hey, you know the sun's gonna explode and destroy the Earth, right? Yeah. Oh my God, one of our immortals, her ability is that she has to restart time from a save point. That means she's gonna live over the explosion of the Earth every day. And then one of the other people say, I think we're actually going to evolve and advance far enough to where we can actually do space travel to get away from all that shit. So
that's a fun conversation for immortals to have.
Yeah, I know. It's great. I love UQ Holder so much.
That seems neat. Like I didn't know that's what it was about, so I might hop into that.
Well, all right, fine, whatever. I am curious about that. I don't know about the anime because the anime hammers in the fact that it's a sequel to Negima so hard that they actually make references very, 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 very early.
Okay.
Like the first episode is like the first 2 minutes of a scene from Negima. Then it cuts to UQ Holder when they time skip to 70 years in the future. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, you're a real. And in the anime, in Japan, the anime is literally titled UQ Holder, Maho Sensei Negima 2.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, like I said, Negima has a weird production history, but I still like that series as well as UQ Holder, despite the bullshit. You can't get me to hate this. Even though it's about a 10-year-old boy wizard who gets fucking kissed on by students that are like older than him. I know that's a creepy premise, and that's why I can't.
So you get. Wasn't it like the only way you get it published was, hey, I'm gonna do like a crazy like fantasy action series? Like, no, make it a harem again. It's like fine, and then he immediately abandoned the harem aspect, and when he moved on to the fantasy.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He wanted to try something new. He wanted to try something different, but then Love Hina got super successful. So so instead of him making a daring new decision, like how the Death Note, how like the Death Note guy went from, okay, you know what, I'm done with Death Note. I'm going to make a manga about making manga in Shonen Jump, which was radically different, but I approved that decision. Ken Akamatsu was like, okay, I'm done with Love Hina. I want to try something new, something different. No, fuck you. Make another harem anime.
I will say I appreciate Nisio Isin making the most drastically different things for like everything he works on.
He probably like pounded on the keyboard. It's like, okay, I gotta find a way to make sure that this doesn't get popular as a harem manga. What if the main character was a 10-year-old kid? Okay.
Oh no, straight Shota has a huge fan base.
No, wait. He's a teacher at a school. And he's also a wizard because I like Harry Potter so much. I don't know. I'm just curious about that dude's mindset.
Yeah. I kind of love hearing about like weird executive meddling going on behind the scenes of manga, especially because manga is such a personal story.
Well, sometimes I like hearing about that, but sometimes I hate it because it's like, oh my god, whatever the guy had originally sounds like a better idea.
Boy, I want to hear everything that went on behind the scenes during gal cleaning.
Me too, dude.
That sounds like it'd be the what happened to end all what happens.
Man, what the fuck happened?
God. I wonder if he's probably not going to work on anything ever again, but God, I hope he does so we can learn what the fuck happened.
Dude, I need to keep reading UQ Holder. I know I bought a few more volumes, but I forgot where I last left off.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
The last time I read that manga, I was at MechaCon last year. I went to, I don't know if your conventions have these, but our convention actually had a library section.
Yeah. A lot of
Okay.
the conventions I've gone to have that.
Well, I went there with my personal copy of UQ Holder, and I read about half of one of the volumes, which was nothing but action for the most part. Some dude had to fight butt ass naked against another enemy character, but whatever. Male
Mm-hmm.
fan service, I guess Ken Akamatsu got a female demographic now,
Fan service. I
so
will say one of my favorite examples of that was Soul Eater. Because they had a scene where it was like big time fan service where all of the girls are in the shower discussing the plot. Then it cuts to the guys in the shower doing the same thing. And I thought that was awesome.
I was like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Like UQ Holder had like a tons of regular fan service anyways. I'm not gonna fucking go all right wing bleeding tears mad over it, but
More things need man
yeah,
service.
but the action sequence was all right. But that was the last time I read that manga, dude. Man, when I was at that fucking convention, one of the mangas they had available. They had some Genshiken mangas available, so that was good. Get people into good shit. But
Yeah,
but they had volume 1 of Magical Girl Apocalypse. I don't know if you've heard of this manga or
I've
not.
heard of it.
I read it. It's pretty fucked up.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's about magical girls basically murdering and killing everyone gross,
Nah.
gruesome ways, and it's really creepy. It's really dark. It's almost
It's like you
Ramirez.
feel like you read it and it's like this is somebody's fetish.
They introduce a couple of characters thinking that they're going to be main characters, only for them to die like 2 chapters later.
Sometimes I like that, other times I don't.
I'm not a huge fan of it. Anyways, Tom messaged me on something else again. Let me check that. Let's see. Oh, apparently there's more Kinniku Man masks.
Oh fuck! Oh, the aforementioned something I just kind of glossed over, but yeah, Kanji's the best character in Persona 4.
Kanji's a great character. Okay,
Kanji's great.
okay. Apparently there's a what was his name? Buddha Man, the guy who's dressed up like a kendo.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a Neptune Man, which is the guy with
I
the
do
worm.
remember that. It's even more grimdark Madoka Magica. Man, Madoka was a great show.
There's a Ramen Man mask, but that's $112.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, no thanks.
Only if it makes me as OP as Ramen Man is in the game.
And there's what the hell is this? Charika Yellow Sunflower Dust Mask. What? Oh, okay. Oh, one of the designs is Monokuma.
Awesome. That's kind of good.
Yeah, there's a Monokuma design. There's that design. There's a mustache design. Okay, it's a face cover mask. See, I was looking for that, but instead of Monokuma's face, I want his like mouth as the face mask, the one that actually has like the creepy gesture smile. But let's see. See if there's any reviews or something. Okay. I'll put that in the maybe section. Thanks, Tom.
I could say the most dickish thing in response to Lego Maniac, but I don't want to.
Yeah, the reason why my notifications didn't go off is every time I stream on OBS, it automatically silences all Discord notifications. I hate everyone at Funimation except for Vic Mignogna, Wendy Lee, Crispin Freeman. Okay, the first 3 guys you list, they don't really work for...
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, well, they're not at Funimation.
And the English voice of Goku, I heard that guy is actually immature in real life.
I heard the bloopers that came out a while ago.
That probably confirms my theory. Anyways, let me make sure. I'm just making sure. Okay, I'm just making sure that my
Yeah, no, Ifra, that's totally right. Isn't it awesome?
So it's Grimdark Madoka Magica? Well, this guy was obviously inspired by Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
And I think,
Man, what if it was like Madoka, but even darker?
This guy probably also made Magical Girl Sight as well, if you're familiar with that anime.
I think I've heard of that one, yeah.
I saw like the first 2 episodes. I didn't care enough to keep watching.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that they took the sadistically abusive older brother and tried to turn him into a running gag.
Oh, God. That was the reason I gave up on Freezing, was because they had basically a rapist older brother character and they tried to redeem him.
Yeah, no, fuck that. You can't redeem a rapist.
No.
You can probably.
I mean, Dave Chappelle tried.
You can probably redeem a murderer, but you can't redeem a rapist because people will hate rape more than murder. They rather.
Yeah, I did have that explained pretty well, and it's basically the thing that sometimes there is a justification for murder. There's never a justification for rape.
Yeah, like, let me give you an example. Who is the worst villain in Sword Art Online?
Writing.
Who's
that one dude who tried to marry the 15-year-old girl in the coma.
Yeah. Now compare that to the guy from the first season who trapped everyone who played his MMO
in the MMO to die, and he's not as bad as the creepy, scummy businessman who wanted to fuck a 15-year-old girl.
Despite the fact that his actions has a body count in the thousands.
Yes.
Yeah, this dude.
Yep.
The fan base goes, yeah, whatever. But this rapist dude, fuck him. He tries to rape one person. This dude murders thousands of people. Who is considered worse? I'm just saying, some rapists out there are worse than Hitler, literally speaking.
How did that Dave Chappelle sketch go?
Which one?
He had this thing. He was going like I know it's like referenced a lot, but he was saying it's like there needs to be a superhero rapist, which he rapes, but he also saves, and he saves more than he rapes. So you have to decide which is more beneficial for society. It was like a dumb thought experiment, but I just think about that a lot.
Wait, that's a Chappelle Show sketch?
It was a show. It was not on the show, but it was part of his stand-up.
Oh, okay. I was about to say because
no, he would have never gotten away with that on the show.
No. Apparently,
but I thought it was like this fun little thing of like, oh, how far can you go with this joke?
Apparently, the Netflix is too lazy to put the second and third seasons of Black Butler on the streaming site. No, they just want to manipulate.
Yeah, it's not good.
They just want to manipulate you to buy the Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Black Butler. No, that's definitely a show to show. That noise.
I stopped reading the manga at the point everyone agrees you should stop reading the manga.
And when's that?
The ship arc, where they redeem the worst character in the series and make her the best character in the series. Then it just turns into weird yaoi archetypes at school, like for the next whole arc.
Richard Epcar's pretty cool. I like him.
I haven't heard anything bad about him, so.
Dude, wish me a happy birthday this year, so.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. He didn't even really need to do that, but.
No. Nobody needs to do anything, so it's nice when people do stuff.
Yeah, I do follow him on Facebook from time to time because, even though I'm not a big fan of Mortal Kombat's writing nowadays, especially what they did with After.
Al was messaging me nonstop about what was going on with the Mortal Kombat story, and he was getting mad about new things every 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was doing the same with me too, but I have to say, man, his Raiden is fucking wonderful. His Bato's great. He does a good job as Joker. I mean, he voices Jerry Tyson in Kengan Ashura, who is a fun character.
Okay.
He's a black dude who
I used to be able to watch more anime than I can now, and now I can't. I can barely watch like a show a week.
You're on quarantine, boy. What's holding you back?
I work from home, and I'm tired all the time.
Okay, maybe working from home is not as glamorous as it sounds then.
It's not, because I'm on the couch and I've just been sleeping nonstop. Honestly, it's also the problem that I've been playing games instead of watching anime, so that's what's really going on.
Well, yeah, that too. I'm a gamer first and anime fan second.
Yeah.
I came to that conclusion, especially since
I switch between them a lot. Like sometimes I will go like months without playing a game, and then I'll just be nonstop gaming.
I don't know. Gaming this generation has been fucking fantastic, though.
It has been,
despite its bullshit.
I was worried about gaming for a little bit. Now it's awesome.
Let's see. I've been blanking.
Watch the PS5 and Xbox, whatever the fuck it's called, ruin it.
Oh, if that's the case, then good. I'll just stick to my PS4 and Switch and just catch up on my backlog. Speaking of gaming, I still need to see if Phantasy Star Online 2 works on my PC because I'm trying to get that shit installed, but I didn't have the time to do so, and I had to cancel installation because I was afraid it would fuck with my streaming here and brick my computer. So that's basically my biggest fear is like, will this brick my computer? If it doesn't run, it doesn't run. I'll just uninstall it and apologize to my friend. But like I said, Phantasy Star Online, the reason why I'm trying that game out in the first place. Hello, you still here? Okay, just
What?
Are you? I'm just making sure.
About Joseph Joestar? I don't know. He's way behind or something.
I don't know. Yeah, he kind of is. He needs to press the live button to make sure that button's red. But
Yeah.
Phantasy Star Online 2. The reason why I want to give that game a shot, despite all its bullshit, and I'm probably going to rant about it on Absolute Counter sometime in the future. The first Phantasy Star Online that got released on the GameCube. I have fond GameCube memories of that game.
I played that game at my buddy's house a lot.
Yeah, playing that game split screen with your friends
Yep.
as a co-op experience, nonetheless. Not as a game where we're fighting against each other, but we're actually friends working together because that's what friends do. I want to see if I can at least get that same feeling because one of my friends that I play the game with, he moved away like 6 years ago, or was it 7 years ago? He moved away to get a helicopter license pilot, so he's somewhere in the middle of Nevada.
I'm sorry. Sonya Overdrive's comment just made me lose it.
Oh my god, damn it, so we haven't played that game in months.
I'm sorry, continue about Phantasy Star.
But like I said, I have fond memories, and I like Phantasy Star Online setting. I like the weird futuristic space opera setting more than Final Fantasy's traditional fantasy setting more. So I'm hoping once this game gets updated and all that shit, it can run well on my computer. Even if it's on dirt shit low settings, I want to play this game because I've been waiting years on this game, but I still hate the fact how they localized it. Oh, this game is available on PC, PS4, Xbox, Switch, in Japan. Okay, what about us filthy Americans? You just get it on Xbox One. Well, I don't have a fucking Xbox One because I'm not a fucking jackass who buys a shitty console that only buys shitty American games. You do realize you guys are a Japanese developer.
Yeah.
And
we don't
most
like
people who like Japanese games like to play on PlayStation, right?
We don't like your kind around here buying Xboxes.
Well, you can still play it on PC. Oh, so you're actually going to put that shit on Steam? Actually, we're going to put it on the Microsoft Store. Well, I have that, and the game is free, so I might as well download it. But what's these 1 and 2 stars I'm seeing on your fucking review list?
Yep, boy.
Either way, I'm going to. Well, like I said, the reason why I'm deep diving this hard is because the game's free. If it cost me money, I probably wouldn't pay a cent for it right now. But I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. I'm gonna roll the dice.
To answer Lego Maniac's weird ass question, Part 8 Josuke would probably win most fights because Soft and Wet is a really overpowered stand.
I wouldn't know.
It is okay. So you've seen Part 5, right?
No, I haven't even finished Part 2.
Okay, never mind then. Okay. The only thing I'm gonna say is it's one of those things where they have a ton of abilities, and Araki forgot what half of them were, and he keeps losing and gaining new abilities.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of Akira Toriyama, where everyone's like, "Hey, remember the character Launch?" And then Akira Toriyama goes, "I don't."
You mean the best character in the series?
The one that was supposed to be Tien's love interest?
The one who was supposed to be good. The second she left, the show got bad.
I'm going to be honest. I don't care what they're going to show off at the PS5. Unless the PS5 says, hey, guess what? We can play PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2,
That'd be fucking
PlayStation
great.
3 games, and PlayStation 4. All I care about is backwards compatibility because I believe in the conservation of video games, which is why I'm all for
Yes.
emulation now.
There was okay, so I watched a Stop Skeletons from Fighting video, and
but the other thing is, I have like 30 games on the PlayStation that I want to play and
yeah,
finish. And you're
I want to
already
play some long ass RPGs I never played before.
You want to churn out on a console at a time where there's a pandemic going on and everyone's fucking unemployed?
Ugh, yeah, that's true.
Whatever, dude. I don't care. I'm not going to see the PS5 presentation. And the only reason why I'll probably if there's an off chance I'll live stream it, because I do want to do that one day. But the thing is, I still have work because I like to make real money. So
Yeah, money's nice.
I love money.
I love you, money. Your money is all that money's.
Oh, Money Chan.
Okay, I don't remember what game it's from, but I know it's like this dumb like old west shooter. But the final boss at the end of the game, he's supposed to say "bury me with my money," but the sound chip is so bad it sounds like "marry me with my money."
It's Sunset. It's Sunset Riders, dude.
Oh, Sunset Riders. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Marry me with my money.
I know that game. I know that game very vividly well.
I just remember it from a 5-second films episode.
That's a classic. Oh, I'm surprised nobody. There's not a whole lot of people who made a high quality waifu of Money Chan.
Of Money Chan.
We need new. Okay.
We need one for Mr. Krabs.
And now we have it's not the best time to hold a video game conference. Well, wait, where's the conference going to be held?
Online. I don't think there's not going to be a physical conference unless they're talking about that that one thing or whatever it's called.
Yeah, well, I know there's a rumor that there's going to be a PS5 thing going on. Okay, PlayStation Future Gaming Showcase premieres June 4th. Let me see what it says. June 3rd. I don't know, man. No one's rioting outside my town, but my town's boring as fuck anyway, so.
I live near Detroit.
How's that going?
Some of my friends got tear gassed yesterday.
That sucks.
Yep.
Should have brought a leaf blower.
I don't know. I was being a lazy shit, so.
Dude, I don't care. I know what happened to what was his name? George Floyd?
George Floyd, yeah.
Yeah, that was really fucked up. And yes, the cops should be held 110% accountable because you straight up killed dude.
Yes.
Murder law should be like the law should be equal on everyone, even if you're a fucking cop. And it has been years, but man, oh man, I just when you see this shit, my first thought is, man, I'd rather go back to fearing about this fucking virus some more.
At least we had a common enemy and weren't fighting each other.
A common enemy.
Wait, no, we were fighting each other because some fuckers wouldn't wear masks.
But at the same time, there weren't mass shootings. There weren't shit like this happening.
Yeah.
There were some weird moments of peace. I was actually looking around going, dolphins are returning. That's pretty based.
Yeah, the dolphin. Okay, I kept seeing stupid memes of like the blank is returning, we're the real virus.
I just remember all those memes like the dolphins are returning to Italy. Meanwhile, Uganda, and it's a bunch of fucking Ugandan knuckles.
Yeah, it was a bunch of knuckles. Yeah.
But like,
there was like other ones. It was like the the fog is returning to Silent Hill. We are the real virus.
Let's be honest. Sony's going to hold that PS5 conference with or without the riots is what my point is coming across, man. Because it's going to distract people. You know, it's
So
good.
hey,
You know,
do you
it's gonna
think
be
they're
like,
gonna
man.
do you think they're gonna reference the riots when they're talking about Last of Us 2 and like try to use it as a marketing campaign and be the scummiest shit ever?
Oh God, sounds like a Neil Druckmann thing to do.
Yep.
Neil Druckmann is not a fucking people for feminism or for progressivism. Keep in mind, he somehow bullied the head writer of the original game
Yep.
out of Naughty Dog, and
Yep.
people need to
She
keep.
was like widely beloved by everybody she worked with.
Yeah, and she's wrote good shit. But
Yep.
Neil Druckmann is a fucking misogynist.
He's a hack writer, and he refuses to be
He's
around people who are going to challenge his hack writing.
he's a misogynist pretending to be a feminist. Don't support his fucking game.
Nope.
I'm glad it got leaked.
I love that it got leaked and everybody was canceling their pre-orders.
I'm glad it got leaked because fuck him. Apparently he gets off on women he gets off on pregnant women getting their fucking faces punched in.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That was the thing I saw. Like every one of those leaked footage things, I'm like, this is going on way too long to not be someone like, someone like basking in the violence.
Apparently Lego wants to make fan art of Haru from Beastars as Haruhi Suzumiya. Well then just
do it.
Just get Haru to dress up in Haruhi's school uniform.
Yeah, nailed it. Give her that little yellow ribbon.
Mm. If Sony pulls the stunt, they might end up regretting that idea with their paychecks. Well, fuck them.
Oh well.
They mistreated the Senran Kagura IP.
Thus they must pay. I love just those weird little things like when you okay. I just love when like some company does something and then like oh man, aren't you gonna boycott them? Like, I've been boycotting them since like 5 years ago when they did some other bullshit.
You know, Ice Cube made a quote when people were asking if he was going to boycott the Oscars ever since Jada Pinkett Smith's fucking Oscar so white thing. And he said something along the lines, well, you can't boycott something that you weren't even going to participate in the first place. And that's
how I am with Chick-fil-A.
That's how I was with Last of Us 2. It's like, I didn't even play the first Last of Us because I don't care all that much.
You know what? I have it because it came with my PlayStation. I don't know where it is.
I have it because it was free for PlayStation Plus for 1 month. I was like, well, might as well just add it to my list because why would you say no to free games?
Yeah, that's how it was when every time EA released a game, like, oh, aren't you going to boycott EA? I'm like, I haven't bought an EA game in over 10 years.
To be fair, I bought Titanfall 2 because Titanfall 2 is a fucking great game.
Yeah.
It really is. But
it's really easy to boycott somebody when they don't release good things.
People only care about the story. Yeah, here's the funny thing I heard about Last of Us 2. I heard the story was really, really fucking good, but most people didn't care about the gameplay.
Yeah.
And here's my thought. Like, if the gameplay is okay, then maybe the story can elevate it. Because Red Dead Redemption 2's gameplay is actually okay. But its story is really good, and that's why I keep playing that game. Plus, some other things. Like, dude, I'm one of the weirdos who only play that game in first-person mode only. When I play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Going back in 2007.
Well, whenever you get into fistfights in that game in first-person mode, it's really fun because whenever you punch your opponent, you can actually see bruises and blood coming out of their nose every time you slug at them. The animations in that game are really great in first-person mode. They actually put a lot of attention and detail to it. So
with how hard they overworked their employees, I'd imagine they would have good animations. You know, honestly, that's why I don't want to support Rockstar, because I don't want to support the amount of crunch they force people to do.
I don't either, but here's the kicker. Cyberpunk 2077 is probably going through the same crunching period right now as we speak.
I don't that. I don't want to support crunch.
But I know, but at the same time, I want to play a fucking good Cyberpunk RPG that's made for the guys in Witcher 3. We just need to we need to stop. We need to tell fucking developers, hey man, you know what? Take your time. Even if the game comes out in 7 years, fine, fuck it. At least your game will come out sooner than fucking Yandere Simulator.
Okay, so one of my favorite posts by that Twitter was, it says like the source code for Yandere Simulator got leaked before Yandere Simulator came out. And I guess it wasn't quite source code, but it was easy to retrofit source code from it. So then people were saying like, oh no, that means somebody's gonna look at the code and make their own version of Yandere Simulator and finish the game before Yandere Simulator comes out.
I hope that's the case because I heard his code is terrible.
Oh, it's bad. Like if you've seen it, you don't really need to know code that well. But yeah, it is nothing but if-then statements, and none of the code is nested properly.
Yeah.
I did go to school for computer science, and I did do a bit of programming. My programming is shit, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2's game, like I said, I enjoyed the story. It's flawed. I have some issues with it, but I still sink my time into it. Oh god. Let's go back to that. Was another thing I've been spending this week. Once in a while, I like to catch up on Yandere Dev News to see if people have been making videos about him and shit.
There's always news lately.
Yeah, because here's the thing. His game has been in development for 6 years. That's enough time for people to graduate high school and grow the fuck up and realize, oh my god, this guy I've been supporting this whole time is a fucking hack fraud.
So here's the thing. I know there's a game that was that is in development right now that is like supposed to be like the replacement for Yandere Simulator, and I don't remember what it's called.
Watashi no Mono.
Yes, yeah, that one. So therefore, Yandere Simulator is going to come out before Yandere Simulator.
I don't know if CD Projekt Red treats their employees well, though. Like, I hope they get a huge vacation after, because I know they're being crunched through patching this game up, because the game was supposed to come out like last month.
Yeah. Wait, what game?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet in hindsight, it would have been a great time to release that game. But you know, you can't predict you can't predict these fucking monkey wrenches in life, anyways. However,
some games like that. Like, wasn't there a weird thing where I do know that there was a leaked version of StarCraft Ghost recently, which was that canceled game?
Yeah. But anyways, CD Projekt Red said, they said, we have no plans to develop the game. We're going to follow a track, and we're going to get the game out in September. And I'm like, okay. Well, I hope you guys are smart enough to give these people fucking masks and gloves when they work or some shit like that, okay? As long as you're at least doing that, that's good. And if the game gets delayed one more time, I think I can wait. I don't know what's coming out in September, but I still have a backlog to catch up on because, you know, I don't have that kind of time like everyone else in the world.
Oh man, I'm just thinking about weird games that were like in development hell and then shouldn't have ever come out. Like, I remember, what the fuck happened to Crackdown 3's development?
I don't know, but that game came out and nobody liked it.
Nope. I remember there was a lot of Xbox fans going like, no, Crackdown 3 comes out, it's going to be the killer app, it's going to be the best thing ever. Then it came out and it was worse than Crackdown 1. Crackdown 1's a great game.
Yeah, I was about to say, I actually enjoyed my time with Crackdown 1.
I mean, like, the systems in Crackdown 3 are worse than the systems in Crackdown 1. Like, the physics, and it looks worse.
Like, yeah, I think there was what was that YouTube channel? There was a YouTube channel that likes to do video rants, but instead of actually talking, he just lets all the footage do the talking.
That's awesome.
He did like a Dead Rising 4 to Dead Rising 1 comparison on how...
Oh, God, that's a bad one. I loved Dead Rising 1 and 2.
But he did something like that for Crackdown. For Crackdown 3 to Crackdown 1.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Chromecat, that's his name.
Chromecat? Okay. I'm going to have to check that video out.
Chromecat, he is the YouTuber that is responsible for... he, like I said, that YouTube channel... he doesn't do any verbal rants or anything. He just lets all the footage do the talking. So whenever there was a contradictory statement from a interview or someone, he would play that clip, and then he would play the actual footage or whatever that would contradict the statement. He's really interesting.
What the hell was that video called? It was that one. It was like Fallout 76 is a like AAA experience. And it was just playing like tell me lies, tell me beautiful lies, and like over everything that ran it's not Randy Pitchford, damn it. What the
Todd Howard.
Yeah, Fraud Coward. Yeah, that over what Todd Howard was saying.
Cyberpunk and the Tony Hawk remasters for me. Oh yeah, Tony Hawk comes out in September. Yeah,
that might be nice.
Too many goddamn games.
Yeah, this is Fallout 76, AAA $60 experience.
Why do people still play that game?
My old friend, he bought Fallout 76. Like, no, what are we talking about? The game's great. And like everyone who was playing with him was like, no, dude, we're just playing because you're playing. It's like, no, it's not good.
Your friends need to gain some leadership skills and tell them to play good games. Like, you know what?
Oh no, they definitely did at one point, but they were just kind of humoring him. Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, I like that game, but I like just dumb, shallow fighters. I remember I mained Saya from Song of Saya because she was gross and had like meat combos.
No, you're wrong. That was Nitro Plus Blasters.
Nitro Plus Blasters. What the fuck? Who was in Dengeki Bunko? Fuck, that was
characters you don't like.
No, actually, no. They had the bros from. They had the military bros from Heavy Object, and that's who I played.
Okay, I thought it was nothing but women in that game, but okay. Oh well, no.
Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. It has like a bunch of light novel stuff. I remember. I think it has that girl. It has Kirino from from Ori-Imo in it. Yeah. It has the guy, that blonde dude, a Seijuo from not Danganronpa, Durarara.
I played it once on the Vita, the import version. You know, when I ordered that game, a day later, Western release for Dengeki Bunko came out. And I'm like, oh, let me cancel my order. No, it's already shipped. I was like, oh fuck, I might as well just take whatever. Didn't really care for it because I don't care for the IPs that are represented in this game outside of Ori-Imo, and Dokuro-chan is a fucking assist.
I remember that made me happy. Actually, I remember the assist that made me really happy was the girl from School Live.
No, fuck that. No, again, that was Nitro Plus.
God damn it! Games are similar.
We need to do a Weeb and gaming on Nitro Plus Blasters.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to hop into that, and then realize I've been thinking about Dengeki Bunko.
Yeah, I was about to say, Dengeki Bunko is the inferior version of Nitro Plus Blasters. I like that game more than I like
Dengeki Bunko has that one girl from that thing I've never heard of who has the big spike hammer. I thought she was cool.
I don't know who you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
Her name's Mora.
I know Nitro Plus has Saber, it has Saya, it has has some redheaded girl with glasses.
Yeah, okay, that's the one. I'm gonna look at the roster right now.
It has the School of Girls and Assist.
Dengeki Bunko is the that's the one with that's the one with the more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nitro Plus is the one with the weird shit.
Yeah, Dengeki Bunko.
Yeah, it has Akko, Asuna. Oh, the fucking oh, I forgot that the sword girl from Devil's a Part-Timer is in that game.
Huh.
They have like 3 sword art characters that are playable.
I guess its gameplay mechanics are fine. I just didn't care for the roster, man. It's like, oh, Sword Art Online, the worst thing ever? No thanks.
I mean, I like Quinther. I forgot how stupid his name is. Quinther Barbatage from Heavy Object.
He's not wrong. Saber is OP at his fucking Nitro Plus, dude. Like, fuck, now you got me confusing the two.
Yeah, yep. Which one am I thinking of? Was like, doesn't the one, doesn't, okay, wait, I'm looking at the roster right now. Is it, I swear it was Dengeki Bunko. Yeah, okay, it has the basketball girl in it. She's the best.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, basketball girl's awesome.
That's great. It's too bad her super rips off of Lord Raptors from Darkstalkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Don't you
The
mean
assist characters are better than the main roster.
don't you mean Warcraft 3 Reforge?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Darkstalkers collection. That would be cool.
Oh yeah. It has Rentaro from Black Bullet in there. I like him. He's cool.
Like I said, it's either stuff I don't know or it's stuff I hate. Like,
I completely forgot Futon Girl is an assist from Dempa Ona.
I mean, Kirino's alright, but Kuroneko was the smarter choice, game developers. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, she's an assist.
I'd rather have playable characters.
Yeah. But I honestly would love to trade the assist roster for the main roster. I don't give a fuck about any of the main characters. I want the weirdos. Like fucking Boogie Pop is an assist character.
Oh my god, Boogie Pop is amazing.
Yeah, and she's not even playable. She's an assist. Kind of like kind of like when I played J Stars. They had Madaka in the game, which made me super happy. But Kumagawa was her assist, and Kumagawa was a way better character.
No, we're not going to get the new Darkstalkers, and at this point, I'm kind of glad because Capcom is really fucking up in their fighting game department still. They've been fucking up since Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and they haven't gotten better since.
Controversial opinion, I liked Black Bullet a lot. Yes, it was the harem protagonist and the Loli Defense Force, but that was a good show. Okay. 80s will never die. Yep.
Nope, Synthwave is still pretty hype.
Yep. I mean, hey, as long as we're gonna get a Stranger Things season 4 or whatever, then yeah.
Ooh, whoop-de-doo, I didn't even see the first season.
I like it. It's a fun show.
Okay,
I thought season 2 was weak. But season 3 was really fun. Though it was a goofy action movie more than a horror thing, so yeah.
Alright, I am running out of things to talk about, though.
Because I'll just talk about Black Bullet and ruin everyone's time.
Yeah, you sure are, dude. I don't even know what Black Bullet is. I know Black Blood Brothers.
I just don't know that one.
I know Black Rock Shooter.
Yeah. Black Bullet was an anime from a couple of years ago, but it was about like an apocalypse with these giant bugs, and humanity was being saved by these giant monoliths that were built. But slowly, the bugs were taking apart the monoliths, and the only wave of defense was people who would form bonds with children that have some of the insect blood in them that all develop superpowers. But the problem is the oldest one of them is like probably 10, so they have to train all these like child soldiers to fight giant bugs.
I have played a fair amount of VR games, Jojomon. I actually have a VR arcade in town. It's pricey as fuck, but I have gone there occasionally to play some VR games. My favorite VR game I played from them is Gorn, which is a Devolver Digital game. So you know that's a seal of quality right there.
Yep.
And it's
I really got to play on Metal Wolf Chaos.
Gorn is basically a Roman Colosseum simulator. You basically just, bludgeon your enemy to death with weapons in the arena and shit like that. It's really fun. It's really goofy. The game's got a very cartoonish style, but you can still dismember your opponent and shit like that. It's fun. It's fun thwacking a mace on some dude's skull and then their head explodes and you see their eyeball pop out and almost hit your face. It's great.
Oh, that's good shit. Actually, speaking of VR stuff, I don't think I talked about this last week, surprisingly, but when I was at Al's, we played the Spice and Wolf VR game.
I think you were talking about that on Facebook a little bit. What was that like?
Okay, so we played the Switch version, which took out some of the VR stuff.
Oh.
And it was very badly implemented because in the interactions mode, you have a list of achievements you can do. and we could do all of them except one, and we couldn't figure out how to make Holo mad. But we were extra upset because we watched through the story. It's just like maybe like 20 minutes you watch through, and it's just like dialogue that you watch in like sort of VR, and you just move your head around with the control stick, and you just look at stuff. But there's no VR interaction. We thought that would be in the interactive section, because a few times Holo presents her tail. It's like, oh, you can pet my tail if you want. But no, they took out the interaction part for the Switch version. So you can't even get the last achievement because you can't pet Holo's tail. The only reason he bought the game. 0 out of 10. You can't pet the Wolfo.
Dude, why can't he get a PlayStation like a normal man?
I don't know, but I thought that was a really fun way to spend our day, was yelling at the game because we couldn't pet Holo's tail.
God, I wish I recorded that. I wish you recorded that.
Oh, he recorded a little bit.
I don't think I've seen it. Is it on YouTube?
It's on his Facebook.
Alright, I don't even know how to find his videos.
You'll have to scroll down to last week, but it was a video he posted last week.
Oh, that's gonna take forever because this motherfucker...
He posts so goddamn much!
Alright, guys, there's a search feature for Alan Reddick.
Yeah, there is. I'm gonna see if I can search through it and find the link.
In the meantime, I might as well see if I can catch up with the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Al's got a Nintendo bias. As well as a boomer bias.
Yeah.
Let's face it, let's call him Boomer Al 2K6.
Oh no!
I mean, this guy's like, oh, I don't you play modern video games? No, not really. What do you do for fun?
Yes.
How do you live? You're not getting laid, so...
I don't know how... Okay, every time I tell him to watch an anime, he doesn't, and I have no idea, how. Like, he was really into Interspecies Reviewers, and I'm like watching Interspecies Reviewers, like, no, I'm just gonna make like 12 posts about it. It's like, no, finish the goddamn show!
Not a fan of One Piece because it goes on forever, so...
Yeah. I'm not a fan because it... Oh yeah, One Piece. Yeah, it goes on. I guarantee it's good. I think the anime is badly handled. If I was gonna get into One Piece, I'd read the manga. Because fuck watching all that shit. Oh. Probably. Ugh. Yeah, you sort of the whole cake arc.
I mean, if you can't find it in suitable time, I'm ready to wrap things up.
Yeah, it's gonna take me forever to find this. I'm gonna try something really quick.
Like I said, man, I'll post even when he's busy even when he's quote unquote busy. He posts like every 5 minutes on Facebook.
Yeah, he shares everything. It's so hard to go through his stuff. It's like a Twitter account.
Dude, I hate people who use their Facebook accounts like Twitter accounts. It's annoying. Just get a gaming PC, Al, and mess with the traps on VR chat. Why do that when you could be a trap yourself on VR chat?
Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, that might help. Oh, perfect. Hells yeah. I can find exact times. Oh, God, tag locations. Fuck that.
Oh, Sodium says Interspecies Reviewers was pretty bad. How are you going to handle them's fighting words?
No, your opinion's fine. I liked it.
No, you liked it. You loved it.
Yes, I did love it. It was very good. I thought it was amazing. And I thought the writing was... I thought the writing and the world building were very good. Like, better than the show had any right being. Like, it was more than fan service, I thought. But I'll respectfully disagree. There we go. I'm just going to filter by posts I've seen.
Which is probably not going to be much.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's too bad Funimation pussed out and canceled it after one episode.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They were doing it for 3, and they're like, oh no, we can't show the salamander girl cooking. Yeah, like deep throating a sausage and getting penetrated by the other one to cook it.
No, but Media Blasters can.
Yeah.
Give it a Media Blasters.
Oh, found it.
Oh, really? Link me on Discord.
Okay, one sec. God, how do I... Fuck am I... Okay. There we go. Link.
It's a deer.
It's a deer. Oh, shit.
Have you watched any type of videos MMD? Yeah, that was Sega Hard Girls. That entire anime was filmed using MMD.
I actually posted on the wrong Discord. I had to delete that really quick.
Oh man, that would have been awkward.
Yeah. I think it was before Discord too.
That was my family Discord. Now grandma's dead.
Oh no. Okay, yep. There you go.
Oh my god. Sodium Overdrive says he'd rather watch Iken over Interspecies Reviewers.
Oh, dude, don't say things you can't take back.
No, dude, what's wrong with you? That one has like a fucking...
Oh boy, I love this 10-year-old girl with tits as big as she is.
Okay, I'm glad you said it and not me.
And clean cut, used for later.
Alright, let's see what Al... Let's see if he at least gets vocal about it.
Well, Jason, you're finally living your dreams. I can't turn my head fast enough when she walks. I can't. That's oh there. Oh, and then they fucked.
Apparently, you lived your dream.
Chapter 2.
Yep.
Why is it all the way over there? So this game was meant for VR.
I'm just looking at this video. Oh, we were losing our shit. They were like, no, it was a bad game, but we had we had a fun time. Like, yelling at it.
I'm so mad because I bought...
Okay, you know what? Hold on. Alright, let's see if I can actually turn this on for people to see.
Okay, yeah.
Because it wouldn't be... Alright.
Yeah, I would like them to see it. It's fun.
Okay, how do I turn this on again? What was the thing on? I have a lot of things on this on. Yeah.
Imagine there's some tentacle hentai. Fucking what is going on? I don't really understand the decision, but at the same time, anime is raunch. Yeah, the anime is a lot raunchier than the manga. The manga is way tamer, so yeah, they didn't know what they were getting in. But I think the reason I appreciate Airspace Reviewers so much is because it aired on TV. I don't believe Ecan aired on TV. I think it was an OVA. Exactly. Yeah, Sodium, I did a video on it, so... And yeah, I'm a little bit biased because I love Monster Girls. It's what we needed at the time. After Interspecies Reviewers ended, the whole world hit the fan. And Lego Maniac, you're just not looking hard enough if you haven't found that. You get tentacle hentai of every... Find a way to show it.
I'm trying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What about your willing cleanup after you're done? Yeah, but what do I do for the what do I do after the first 2 minutes of the show? Honestly, no, I would not be able to bust one out to Ekin. I don't like giga tits very much.
Not even on the big Amazonian woman?
Well, yes, but they have to be proportional to the body. Tall girls have stealth big tits.
God.
Oh, cool. I just see darkness.
Huh.
Well, there's a really fun video of this guy who found out that there's like this one random Nintendo character that like no one had ever seen before that he found in the game Rusty's Real Deal Baseball that only exists if you pay full price for the DLC, which the game has mechanics designed to make you never pay full price for the DLC. And then he's going like, yeah, there's no porn of this character, therefore they don't exist. And then he did a video. I was like, cool, now this character exists, and you can find them on the internet. Yeah, eventually it had to have him like finding Chris Chan and asking them like, hey, did you find this character? Because there was people who thought that Chris Chan didn't understand the haggling mechanics and was paying full price for everything. And the only reason the guy found this character was because he lost his he had to buy a new DS, and then when he logged back in, he realized every time he hit the page, because he already bought the DLC, that it wouldn't have to pay for it. So I was like, cool, I'm just gonna not haggle and see what happens when I don't. It's like, oh shit, there's unused content in this game that happens if you pay too much money.
Huh, okay.
Girl from Mama Yusha. Oh, the demon girl from Mama Yusha is great. Shame about everything else in that show.
See if I try doing this, because I can't somehow get display capture work.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Mama Yusha was a story written on message boards by committee, and then just slowly became like a light novel after someone published it. And yeah, it falls apart after the first little bit. Like, the first episode of the anime is amazing, and then it just gets really boring.
Bought this game, and you have to...
Yeah, it's basically Spice and Wolf, but more high fantasy flavored.
Huh, apparently that didn't work.
Boo.
Yeah, I don't know why display capture's not working.
Yeah, that's odd. Oh, wait a minute.
Might be because it might have something to do with the new Windows update I had to do last night. Shit on a stick, dude. I guess we won't be able to end it this way.
Looking okay on the screen right now, but if it doesn't work,
it's not playing the video.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe it's similar to that time I tried to screen share my panel and it freaked out every time I went into full screen. Cowgirl better than Demon King? I don't remember the Cowgirl. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Mao Mao Yusha, but I don't really remember much about it, aside from not liking it that much after the first episode. That was actually the reason I had a panel called "Why's My Waifu's Anime Have to Suck?" and she was the one that statement was originally describing. Because she's a great character, just stuck in a bad show.
Huh.
Speaking of waifus, I just really want to play more Shantae.
Yeah, I noticed there's more voice acting in that game now.
Yeah, there's quite a bit more voice acting. I hear a lot of reused lines from Half Genie Hero.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of weird. Yeah, that was actually the issue. Is one of their stretch goals was to get more voice acting.
But it didn't meet that goal.
It never met that goal in the original game, so they added a little more voice acting for this one, but there's nowhere near as much as they wanted to add. Like, they wanted the whole game to be voiced for Half Genie Hero.
Yeah, I can't fucking get that image up for some reason. I'm sorry, guys.
But,
Polo, I want to pet her tail, damn it! Polo, you bitch, get over here!
So we're just gonna hear it.
It's probably a good time to end it. We're both kind of exhausted.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, here she comes!
Alright.
Oh.
I don't know, any last minute questions maybe?
It
Or
said fiddles, but I thought it said titties.
time to wait like the 20-second delay we have.
Fiddles are.
The guy where the knight gets attacked by various monsters goes, oh yeah, I vaguely remember that, but it's like, yeah, ugh. Way to like not focus on really good character designs, Maoyusha.
All right. Well,
Anyways,
it's been 3.5 hours, and I'm pretty sure my friends want to do a D&D session earlier
that's
than
probably a good
expected.
idea.
And I want to get some more vodka in me, so.
That's a good idea. I'm going to drink more mead and probably watch a little more High Score Girl.
Well, good. High Score Girl is a great anime. You know, you like video games. You like the 90s.
Yeah, video games are great.
I know.
Yeah, I'm at the point where that one dude stopped watching, and I'm ready to watch the next episode.
Not. You mean Digibro?
Yeah. Well, it's boring and normie girl. It's like, no, but she comes back.
Yeah, I know. Also, Normie Girl's not as boring as you think he is.
I like her.
She's great.
I like her.
She's amazing.
I feel like there's something else going on with her. Like she definitely has an understanding of games. She's kind of like me when I play fighting games. I know how they work, but I'm really bad at them.
Oh no, she's nothing like you. She's better than you.
Okay, that's fair.
She not only understands them, that she'll surpass your sorry ass in a heartbeat.
That's not very hard. I mean, you started kicking my ass at the end of that Fighting Herd stream, and I played the game a lot longer than you did.
Who has the biggest anime titties, like giga-sized?
Oh,
I used to think, what's her name from Puni Puni Poemi? The woman that looks like Hyatt from Excel Saga with the huge knockers, but then they said, nope, hold my beer, says Aiken.
Yep. I'm gonna say Ray from End of Evangelion.
Fair enough. We're going.
But that's cheating.
All right. But anyways, we do need to wrap this up because I need to use the bathroom, and I am kind of.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm watching this stream late with the subtitles going on.
Oh no.
That being said, the subtitles have been getting better with our translation. At least it's actually understanding what we're saying.
Oh boy, it finally understands how much we mumble.
I know, it's almost like it's learning, which is creeping me out. So, with that, I am going to wrap the stream up. Hopefully I'll get Absolute Counter up by like Monday or Tuesday, one of those 2 times. Hope you guys have a very safe week. Shit's been going down for sure. Yeah.
Everybody stay safe.
And people and my friends wonder, God damn it, why do you drink half a bottle of vodka a day?
It helps me forget.
Gee, I wonder why indeed. Glug, glug, glug. Okay, I really don't drink half a bottle of vodka a day, otherwise I would die.
I mean, you're not like me that time with the whiskey.
But, yeah, when you passed out.
Fuck, that was the worst it's been in a while. I'd
rather pass out in the middle of a live stream than pass out in the middle of a D&D session that focuses on my fucking character's arc.
No. How's your character doing?
Oh, you know what happened when I passed out?
What?
Apparently my character got kidnapped by another character that was invented by the DM, who's part of our party, who took the form of a fucking sexy dark elf or some shit and decided to fucking kidnap me.
So I'm not seeing a downside here.
Well, the person who voices him is a dude, so that's not gonna.
That makes it better.
Can I tell you a secret? Sure thing.
Okay, not like that.
I have a penis. Even better. Wait, what? Oh, Final Fantasy VII Machine Bridge. Oh, that's so good.
I'm just thinking about Dark Sun Gwendolyn from Dark Souls.
But
Gwendolyn, take the care of things while Daddy's gone. I'm actually a boy. Not now, sweetie.
But yeah, I passed out, and apparently I didn't pass out. I had I wouldn't say blackout, but to quote Always Sunny, I had a brownout because
yep.
Because I asked my friend, okay, so what happened when I passed out? Will this happen? Wait, I'm starting to remember that. Will that happen? I'm remembering that too. Fast forward a little bit. Well, then, anyways, this happened. Okay, that's probably where I blacked out entirely.
Yeah. That was what happened on the stream. I listened back and I'm like, oh wow, I kept talking for things I don't remember.
All right. Anyways, we gotta wrap this up, man. It's been fun, but
Yeah.
we're hoping to do this next week. Maybe a Weeb and Gaming next week. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
What would it be?
I could take Nicky Boomko.
No. Nitro Plus blasters. Maybe.
Nitro Plus, yeah. For more obscure shit.
That being said, its netcode is Garbo, though.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
Well, speaking of, Smash had an online tournament today. I didn't watch enough to see it go to shit, but I'm sure it did at some point.
Man, if it did, I'm pretty sure Pat is going to post on Twitter laughing.
I hope so.
Same here. He needs to bash Smash players more often. Even though
he does it a lot, but not enough.
Exactly. That was my issue when the last time they were talking about netcodes. It's not the fact that you're beating a dead horse. It's that there's another horse that needs to be beaten to death, and that horse is the Smash fan base. All right. Yeah. You could just play Nitro Plus Blasters and just play a Saber, and then no, fuck that. I'm gonna play as Homura from Seren Kagura because she has good combos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we need to wrap it up. Hope to see you guys again next week. Take care, everybody. This is Dustin signing out.
Subscribe with and signing off.